In this case, you actually do love Dave Roberts. In this case. No, you do. You love him. It's cool.
I love. What is this? What are you talking about, Bill?
In this case,
I love Dave Roberts. By the way,
that's what I said.
Thanks to the San Diego Padres, by the way. Because the San Diego Padres did not hire him, when they could have.
Okay. You love the man. Why can't I say that?
Number 3.
All right, so another thing that sort of went on while we were making sense of LeBron leaving, the Lakers signing all these guys and giving money to Walker Kessler and picks and all that, Mookie Betts, and this is something you call was going to happen, DMAC. Another big game, 3 hits Tuesday, and then scratched yesterday with wrist soreness.
Yeah, the wrist soreness, just precautionary. He's been on a run right now. His bat has been heating up for over the last month. He's been playing a lot of guitar lately. He's picked that up as a new hobby. Hopefully that wasn't a reason why.
That's interesting.
I'm not suggesting it.
Yes,
but
you are, and I like that you're suggesting
who knows?
You're putting it out there.
I'm just trying to think about what things could be.
Bill, you should mix in some salads. I'm not suggesting that you look a little heavier. Yeah, you are, and thanks for the... Oh, they just did a white shot. And it's not untrue.
So, Bill, you look fantastic in that Barcelona jersey, by the way.
Thank you.
But for Mookie, Dave did say he's going to be back in the lineup. They don't know how it happened. They don't know when it happened. They tried to go through some testing to get him ready to go yesterday, but he was a scratch, and hopefully he's in the lineup tonight, and that this is a very, very small blip and maybe puts down the guitar. I don't know.
Number 4.
That's music to my ears. Justin Robleski struck out 11 to cap the Dodgers' second win a couple nights ago. It's good they got that second win because they obviously lost that final game of that series, but they did go on to win 2 out of 3 against the A's, who play in Sacramento but aren't attached to a city. Okay, cool, MLB. That's awesome.
Yeah, Justin Robleski, just the fact that he's in this conversation talking about the All-Star team when heading into the year was about Roki Sasaki and River Ryan and Gavin Stone coming back, all these other pitchers, even Emmett Sheehan, but it was Justin Robleski, who I think is doing this year what Clayton Kershaw did for the team last year, and that he is eating innings in the regular season, and it's allowing guys like Blake Snell and Tyler Glasnow to get the time off, and you don't have to rush them back. So he's played a massive role for this team. Will he make the All-Star team? I still think it's a little bit of a long shot. Could be a replacement potentially, but the fact that we're having this conversation, it tells you that he is the breakout young pitcher of the year for the Dodgers.
And I see it in your eyes, so I'll just say it for you. I know you're thinking it. Robo doesn't play the guitar.
Number 5.
Kawhi Leonard got traded. Who cares? Okay, I guess people do. That was wait. Did you hear that? That was the expert analysis of the NBA community again.
Cricket.
Do you want to do the hero real quick?
Let's hit it.
I want to nominate for the DMAC and Reiter Hero of the Day, which we didn't do the last 2 days. I want to nominate the Cubs for putting 23 on the Padres.
Woo.
8, I think, in the 8th or the 9th. I don't even. What a 23 runs.
23 runs.
It's not, by the way, use up the bullpen and demoralize whatever remaining goodwill and self-confidence they had. It's gone.
That was just batting practice with the scoreboard. That's what that was.
Crazy, bro.
All right, do one. I'll nominate the Padres, and it's because Dave Roberts actually made his managerial debut with the Padres, was an interim manager for 1 game, and they never even interviewed him for their vacant managerial spot. He could have been a Padres manager. Instead, he goes to the Dodgers in what has turned out to be a first ballot Hall of Fame managerial career. No one will ever wear 30 for the Dodgers ever again. So shout out to the Padres for mismanaging their team and their assets once again.
I will nominate Flo Balogun, U.S. men's national team, for that incredible goal. I know he got the red card, but what a moment for him to continue that scoring excellence.
And I'll nominate my hero as all the U.S. soccer fans showing up, showing out. We've got a soccer culture here. Everyone was singing, Country Road, take me home. You're not going to to a place. All right. I belong.
You're nominating all the fans?
USA.
Oh, God, pander. I'm going to do Malik Tillman, actual person, specific person. It's out there. I'm just saying. I nominate America on his 250th birthday. Well, let's not do the hero thing because we know who wins. You know who we all win when we do LeBron speed dating next on DMAC and Reiter.
They have the sources. They have the pulse. And they're
DMAC and Reiter here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. By the way, the stream is back. I know a lot of you are hitting DMAC up, hitting me up. What's going on? We got you.
We back, baby.
We're back. At
The
Fan LA.
The Fan.
I asked permission to read a DMAC text to me. He said yes with his words, but no with his eyes, so I'm not going to do it. DMAC and Reiter. What? It's true.
You can read whatever you want.
I'm not going to read it.
Go read it.
You're my friend.
Read it.
No. DMAC and Reiter presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. Fine, I'll read it. Bursch got to stop with Disney. That's not what he. I made that up.
Me and Burr still upset about the Pirates of the Caribbean new animatronics.
Well, I don't understand what
so
is.
basically,
I thought they redid the whole ride.
There's a guy. Dead men tell no tales. There's a guy that they digitized with a screen how the skeleton looks. It goes from a pirate to a skeleton. Used to be an actual skeleton, or at least a replica of one. There's a lot of rumors that the skeleton by the bed is a real skeleton that they got from UCLA Health a long time ago. Lots of legend and lore with the Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's awesome. 855. I love it. Don't really understand it.
Dead men tell no tales.
855-97 LA Fan. All right, so there's a report out that, you are excited.
Very excited.
You're like,
I'm excited
Mr. Miyagi, like,
because I feel like we get to make a little bit of a dream come true for you.
So, oh my God. All right, so there's a report out there LeBron James is willing, having left the Lakers by choice. Sure. That he's willing to take the vet minimum to find the right fit. That makes any team in the NBA a viable option. There's basically been a casting call put out by his agent. If you're interested, come on out and let us know. And so you came up with a very fun idea that we're gonna do a basically speed dating LeBron James.
Yes,
it's the dating game. Speed dating. I'm LeBron.
Le Bachelor.
I have to be LeBron.
You are LeBron.
I can't do a LeBron imitation, but I will assume the role.
You are LeBron.
And you're the team's courting me.
You're LeBron James of radio broadcasters, one of the greatest of all time.
So this is basically the equivalent of the 40-year-old virgin where he goes to the place and he does the speed dating.
Yes, but how we're going to do this, though, is if you are interested in one of these teams, you have to give me a rose.
Okay. So I'm going to use a flag as a rose.
Yeah. Start that on the spot.
And how do I tell you to leave?
I am not leaving this studio.
No. Just if you're...
Oh. No rose.
You can stay.
No rose.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right, so we have some... It's time for LeBron James's lonely speed dating. Where will he play game?
Le Bachelor.
Le Bachelor's good.
Ooh. Okay, so we're going to start at the top here, okay?
What's up?
Then we're going to work our way to the bottom. Pretend
Good to be here.
I'm Steph Curry. I usually hit threes, but with you, I'm shooting for a 10.
Oh.
You're always LeBron in my mind.
Oh.
But as far as what we can do for you is, for us, you don't have to be the system. You can be a part of the system. You can go and show the rest of the league that you
like where this coming from.
can still win a championship. You can still win a championship
Look
with
in my eyes when you talk.
guys that you've competed at the highest levels with. You won a gold medal with me and Steve Kerr. You got your boy Draymond on the team. And I think this is going to be the easiest basketball of your life. That's what you said about being with us. So, okay,
I may not take my talents.
love for you is deeper than my three-point range, LeBron.
I may not take my talents to South Beach after that.
Also, easy flight up to the Bay.
Yep.
You are still extremely a part of the conversation.
Okay.
Really, the only cons are you got some big contracts.
Am I supposed to try to sound like LeBron here?
You don't have to.
Should I go deep voice? That's a no.
Okay, so
I'll be me.
I think
LeBron's voice got real
This
high.
would be immediately the biggest story in the NBA, right? The Golden State Warriors, great players still on the older side, so you're still considering. Maybe the Golden State's up there for you.
Take yes for an answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next is the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay. What are you wearing?
In Cleveland?
Yeah, right now. What in this pitch?
I want a black tuxedo.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually,
now what are you wearing? I can see you.
Yeah. And
what are you wearing, Doug?
Look, just think about this. I mean, you go home, you go to where it all started. You go back to Cleveland.
Okay.
That is where you are going to have the best farewell tour. You're also in the East.
Right.
You're also going to have the best chance to win.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I feel like third person kind of thing.
No.
I feel like I'm not being wooed.
Think about it.
I'm needy. Do you understand this about me?
Look, LeBron.
I'm LeBron James. I'm needy.
If you go back to Cleveland.
Do you love me?
Oh, I love you a lot.
Okay, thank
We
God.
love you the most.
Oh, really?
We have unconditional love
That's
for
how it's
you,
supposed
LeBron.
to be, right?
Exactly. We are the only team of all these teams
Okay.
that has unconditional love for
Can
you.
I bring my documentary crew?
You can absolutely bring your
Can I bring my
documentary crew.
son?
You can bring your son.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Bring Bronny James. You can
Honestly, you're looking good.
bring your kid to work day, right?
In this light,
In this light.
you're looking great.
Okay, so did I get a rose?
Rose.
Okay, so you're now this one is the Miami Heat. Okay, for the Miami Heat,
Oh man, we had some wild times, but didn't end great.
it wasn't a breakup though. Just a
Yeah.
software update.
You hurt me, I hurt you.
We just need to update to version 2.0.
I hurt
right?
you. You told me no to one thing out of 1,000.
We can
Hurt
bake
me.
cookies again. Come on now. And you get to play with Eric Spoelstra, a guy that you wanted 2 titles
I
with.
did like Eric Spoelstra.
You made it to 4 titles here in Miami. You can play with Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bam Adebayo. And
Wait, who's the star?
doesn't matter.
Aren't they playing with me?
They are playing
Okay.
with you, but here's the
Wait,
thing.
I don't understand. Hold on. Sorry, Pat. Who's playing with whom?
First of all,
I need to know.
this is going to be the team you're going to sign with. And I'll tell you why.
But wait, who's playing for whom? Are they playing with me or am I playing with them?
You're playing with us.
They're playing.
You don't think so? This is the perfect
I don't like
spot for you.
pitch.
You made it to. How about this? You made it
So
to
it's not about
one.
me.
It is about you.
Oh, it is.
LeBron.
Am I the focal point?
You know, maybe we're fine with just Bam and Giannis here, okay? Maybe we'll look at our other options, all right? Maybe we understand why Luka and the Lakers wanted you gone.
Are there still no state income tax?
Yeah, there's none. But here's the thing, though.
Okay, here's the roast.
Here, let's tell you a little more. It's the easiest path to the finals. You avoid
You don't have to read your script.
the
I'm
Western
in.
Conference. Really? You're just in?
Oh, you have some lines
What?
you want to get to?
No, it's not that.
You feel
It's
pretty
just,
good about it, Pat?
I just think.
What are you wearing?
I just want you to remember us.
Pat, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing a black Armani suit.
Okay.
Okay.
You look good.
I am the basketball godfather here. Okay. And you look at too, you're still the best transition player in the NBA, even to this day.
Well,
and you
thanks.
get to play with Giannis and Bam, guys that can get rebounds, guys that can make outlet passes, guys that can clean up on defense. Come back to Miami. And you win a 3rd title with us. Don't forget LeBron. Who won you the most titles? Was it the Lakers? Was it the Cavs? Or was it me?
By the way, that's the best Pat rally I've ever heard because Pat loves the sound of his own voice and has never been interrupted in a motivational speech in his life. But if that were to go down that way, I might not go because I might remember why it annoyed me being LeBron in the first place.
Hey, we can all win here. Okay, next one.
Okay,
I got 3 roses so far from LeBron.
I'm easy
The Denver Nuggets. Okay,
to convince.
this is one I want you to strongly think about. Okay. Think about it. If you want to win, if it's about happiness, it's about basketball fit,
Yeah.
we've got Nikola Jokic. He is on your level when it comes to basketball IQ.
Oh, thanks.
If you want attention, go somewhere else. If you want control, build your own team. But if you want the cleanest path to winning, if you want the purest form of basketball, no noise, no confusion, no wasted possessions, you come to Denver. Our love for you is a mile high, LeBron.
I mean, I really like your flannels that you're wearing, and those jeans look like they're 10 years old, so I can tell you've been hiking in the mountains. I'm friends with the Kroenke, the Kroenke family. I like the owner. I don't remember who the coach is, so that
Be
means
the Batman, too.
I can probably control him.
Okay. Look at the lineup: Joker, Braun, Murray, Braun, Gordon, P. Watt.
Okay.
Not a long flight to LA.
Can okay, you know what? Here's a rose.
And there we got 4.
Yeah.
LeBron, be the Batman to our Joker. Next.
That was real. By the way, it's me and LeBron. I know my voice sounds different. I'm just really emotional, having been thrown up. Having broken up with the Lakers, making me Batman with the wordplay on Joker. I want you to hold on to that, Rose.
You do?
You could lead
Hop onto our Batmobile. Let's go. Okay, next. The San Antonio Spurs. Now, I listened to a show in LA. It's DMAC and Reiter.
Oh, I like that
on
show.
ISO with the
Don't
Fan.
tell anybody.
There's a really, really talented host there, Bill Reiter, who has suggested the Spurs.
He's a clown. Effing clown.
He has suggested the Spurs, and what he says is
Okay.
that if you come to
He's a
San
liar.
Antonio, if you come to San Antonio with us, you have a great chance to win the Western Conference. Also,
Yeah.
you can work
Man.
with Victor Wembanyama. You've been the face of this league for 23 plus years, and you can pass the torch and help a young superstar win a title. Victor Wembanyama and LeBron James would be the talk of the NBA. Think about this, LeBron.
Okay.
Who is
I
the
like Greg.
best?
I like Pop.
You like Pop?
Yeah.
You respect Pop.
I don't like the Riverwalk though.
You have already said
You know that, right? Because you subscribe to my podcast.
I
Which is
see.
the best
You don't like-
podcast
You don't like the Riverwalk, but you would like to have a championship parade down the river. I think the Riverwalk would be a lot more fun if it was for a championship parade.
I guess that, like, if I'm there, it could be popping.
It could be.
You know what? What do you think of the Lakers?
And we're gonna we're gonna have the air conditioning on for you. We won't turn it off.
Do
this
the
time.
Lakers look fat in that dress they got?
They don't. Yeah, they do.
Okay,
Super.
Well, okay.
Okay. Next, I like this one.
You get
This
me.
is the sixth one. The sixth team is the 76ers. The Jaylen Brown move.
Yeah.
You can't spell Jaylen Brown without Lebron.
That was
What?
It was cheesy.
That was
You're losing me.
no, I'm not.
I'm LeBron James. Yes, you are.
Oh,
You're not
you
LeBron
can't.
James.
You literally okay.
You're not LeBron James. I'm
There's-
LeBron James.
You're in the Eastern
Don't tell
Conference.
me who I am.
Philly's a big market.
The king speaks in the third person.
You're a big fan of Rocky.
King knows the king.
What happened to Rocky 3,
Oh,
man? He had to taste his own blood.
I definitely have pretended to watch Rocky a lot. That's
yeah.
true.
You can
Like The
climb up
Godfather.
those stairs. You can run up those stairs.
Yeah.
I think the Sixers are a team that you need to strongly be considering. We need you back in the East. How many times did you make the finals in the West? One time in 8 years? Bro, you're not making the finals with Golden State. You're not making the finals with Denver. Come to the East.
Hey, Rich, can you
where you
ask
made
me?
it to 8
Rich,
straight.
Oh, hold on a second. I got to take a call.
Okay.
What's up? No, I'm not doing that.
So am I not getting a rose?
Chilling. Yeah, no, I'm talking that team that guy Jalen Brown made fun of Brownie. Yeah, I gotta go. No,
Hey,
I'm busy.
we
I'm
can
out.
patch things
I'd love
up.
to. I'm busy.
Come on.
No Rose.
Okay, so no rose for the 76ers. Okay, next team.
Thank Jalen Brown for that. Making fun of Brownie, saying he can't play.
How about we start spreading the news? You remember back before you signed with the Heat, the New York Knicks.
I'm a good singer. I'm LeBron. Start
Spreading
spreading
the news.
LeBron's news. No,
LeBron's leaving today.
singing my song.
So here's the thing.
Talk to me.
We just won our first championship since 1970.
I saw that.
And we're a team that has depth. We're playing in Madison Square Garden. You played in L.A.
Yeah.
You play in New York.
Okay.
New York loves a legend.
You really want me?
I absolutely want
I
you.
kind of want you too, but I didn't think you would. I didn't think you'd be interested.
I mean, hey.
I was kind of feeling bad about myself. I was looking in the mirror the other day. I was like, New York doesn't want me anymore.
I mean, if we had lost to the Spurs, maybe not. But we are in a good spot, I think, to add another town, especially if you're going to play for pennies. Come to the Knicks. You already are a billionaire. It's time to maximize your brand at the highest level.
You gotta tell you, I didn't think you were going to be here when I walked into this restaurant, and I knew we were going to do speed dating. I was excited to see some. I see some people lining up out there. By the way, there are some ugly teams out there.
It's not us, baby.
No, you look good.
We need to see. I want you in a New York state of mind.
I'm going to give my guy your number. We're going to talk, okay?
Okay.
It's not the burner.
No burner?
No.
The real LeBron?
Yeah.
Okay, this is one I think you're not going to want to consider.
Okay, then I'm out.
But one that I think if you listen,
Rich, who'd you let in here?
it would make some sense.
Okay. A DMAC and Reiter, by the way.
Didn't
doing
Rich
speed dating
Paul
for
tell
LeBron
you
James.
the other day? Didn't Rich Paul tell you, LeBron, the other day that you're still
Stay in
going
character.
to... Didn't Rich Paul say that you're still going to live in L.A.?
I mean, look, I don't talk about personal stuff.
You have a
on first
compound in
dates.
Brentwood?
You look good, yeah.
You wouldn't. How about you don't leave Los Angeles and you go with the Clippers? You wouldn't have to leave L.A. We have around $25 million in cap space.
Okay.
We could trade some of these draft picks we've been accumulating to get you another star.
Sure.
It's a slim chance, but would you consider it?
I gotta tell you, I like your personality a lot. I'm gonna give you a rose just to look cool.
Gonna give me a rose?
Yeah. Rich, I need you to get them out of here.
I love it.
DMAC and Reiter, 97.1 The Fan. We're doing LeBron James speed dating.
Okay.
I'm LeBron, apparently.
Now,
DMAC is
here's
all
the
team.
last one.
Oh, last one.
The Boston Celtics.
Okay.
Nothing would enrage.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nothing would infuriate the Lakers that you just left.
Okay.
The Laker team that you would not take a pay cut to stay.
Yeah.
Imagine if you went to Boston. We've got Jason Tatum. You've got a couple picks. We can build around you a little bit. We can add some more assets. This makes sense. Look, you traded Jaylen Brown. We get it. But imagine that arena, all those battles you've had. Boston makes sense. Look, what happened to Shaq? What did he do at the end of his career? He went to Boston. Didn't work out that great. But if you want to piss off the Lakers, if you want to play in a major market, if you want to be in the East, the Celtics aren't the worst, man.
So, okay.
So we're going to start eliminating?
No, I'm just, I'm trying to think if I can give you a rose here because I'm not really interested in Boston. It's cold, but man, there's nothing like getting with your ex's enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez in Bad Blood video, not in real life, you know?
Yeah. There's some bad ball. That
Can I go?
a Taylor
No, I'm really-
Swift rejection there.
Yeah, no.
Okay, how about this?
You know what? Here you go, Boston.
Boston
I'm
Rose. Jeez,
Yeah, no, I'm easy.
Jeez, man, this guy is.
I need attention and
your,
affection.
your Tinder profile is very active. A lot of swiping right for LeBron here.
Hold on.
Yeah.
It's DMAC and Reiter 97.1 The Fan. We're doing I'm LeBron, so I'm trying to sound cool. We're doing struggling with that. We're doing LeBron speed dating. Hey, Rich. Yeah, Rich. Yeah. There's a bunch of other people out there. We got some time. Just let them all in.
Okay, how about one more for you?
Let's do one. What's up?
Let's keep going.
Who are you?
How about the Chicago Bulls?
It was nice to see you.
Can you?
No, it was nice to see you.
Can you imagine?
No, thanks for coming by.
Can you imagine?
Thanks for coming. No, thanks for coming by.
There's no better way.
No, I'm done. Who's
You
next?
tell us you're the
No,
GOAT.
You're out.
No,
You're out.
No,
Chicago, leave.
Really?
Chicago, you weren't invited.
Come on.
Who else?
There's no better
I need
place
more.
to be.
Hey, no, sorry. See you later.
Okay, so no Chicago Bulls. How about the Magic? No state income tax. You're considering the Heat a little bit.
Hey, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I like your effort. The door's over there.
Okay, so should we start eliminating the ones you gave roses to?
No, I want some more.
You want some more?
I'm LeBron James.
Go down the list.
How about Minnesota? Are they in here?
So Minnesota is going to be.
Oh, they're at the mini bar. Get over here.
I think Minnesota's one for you, LeBron.
Yeah.
With the Minnesota Timberwolves,
Talk to me.
You have a team. The Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
He could be the best player on the championship roster.
All right.
You've got LaMelo Ball. We just went all in. You got Jaden McDaniels. You got Rudy Gobert. You got the defense locked down.
Rich,
You
how
got
does this game
young
work? If I give a
talent.
rose, it's just another conversation.
And another thing, too,
Here you go.
we talk about narratives,
Here's a
LeBron. We talk about narratives.
Yeah.
Our franchise has never won a championship. Our city hasn't won a championship in 35 years. If you win
That's true.
a championship
I like
in
Ant.
Minnesota,
I can't.
you like Ant,
Let me ask a question.
you like LaMelo,
Can I interview you on speed dating? Minnesota?
I'll take some
I have
questions.
a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you ever played a word association game?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say something, and you give me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Yeah.
You got my rose back? I haven't made up my mind.
You can have the Argentina rose.
Okay. No, I want my rose back. I want to take it back.
right, there
Your
we
answers
go.
matter.
All right.
All right,
okay.
first thing comes to mind. LeBron.
GOAT.
Oh, okay, that's a good one. James.
Second best player ever.
Lakers.
Dynasties.
You're the Minnesota Timberwolves right now?
Yeah.
No, you're not DMAC. You're the Minnesota Timberwolves.
No, I am. Oh, wait, I can
The
still think.
Minnesota Timberwolves would be recruiting me, LeBron James, by saying that I'm the second best player of all time?
What? No.
This is your idea.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay,
This isn't you. Stay in character.
okay, all right. Keep it going.
Crushing this. Want to do it again?
Yeah.
LeBron.
GOAT.
Thank you. James.
Elite.
Lakers. I'll do it.
Betrayal.
But there you go. Here's the big question that matters. Bronny James. Bronny James.
He can come.
Here you go. You got a roast.
You got to go to Minnesota. Think about it. That's the team. All right, give me a top 5 from that.
What?
We're done.
LeBron, he sucks. No, that's not how the game works. Top 5. I'm going to go based on your pitches or based on reality?
Based on my pitches.
Okay. Which were realistic in every sense until the end. I'll go in order. Cleveland, Miami, Golden State, the New York Knicks. I don't think the Knicks want him, but I think he would be very interested. And I think the Clippers actually are interesting if he wants to stay in LA.
Really?
Yeah. It'd be
So you would stay. You would stay in LA
on
for the
LeBron
Clippers. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think I would, but it hit my heart in a special way. You know what I'm saying? We connected. I didn't think we were going to. When you walked over and you sat down, I'm not going to lie, and I just looked at you and I thought, no, I saw the Clippers. I wasn't interested. But there's something about your personality and where you live.
If I'm LeBron, I would definitely strongly consider staying in LA. Clippers make sense. If you're already done with the Lakers, that's the move.
Let me ask you this question. We're out of character now. We're back to DMAC and Reiter, the new 90s. What's really the new 97 The Fan? What's funny is I tried to reset what the show was a couple times, and you were in character. I mean, you were. What's the guy from Succession who wouldn't leave character? He's the guy that played the oldest son.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You were that guy.
Really?
But then at the end, you're like, I'm DMAC. I don't like you. It's like, what is it? What is current?
No, I thought you were trying to.
No, I was trying to stay.
I thought you were trying to snap me out of it.
No, I'm trying to stay in character. Here's a question for you. Let's say LeBron goes to the Clippers. The thing is, every team that we've sort of thought about, we've actually looked at from a basketball perspective. We've taken him at his word that he wants a good basketball team. If LeBron goes to a bad team, just a bad team that isn't particularly impressive. And the only team that he would do that is the Clippers. What does a team where LeBron is the best player, how many games do they win next year? I don't think they win very many. I think he can be the third best player on a championship team. And this isn't me taking, I just hadn't thought of this till you asked me about the Clippers. I don't think he can be the best player on a team that makes the playoffs. I'm not sure that he's that guy anymore. He's such a high basketball IQ. He is so remarkable about seeing the game in a way that I think very few people do, that I think when he's on the floor, he can take players and he can enhance them by 30, 40%. It's an all-time great skill. But if you take, if it's doing a 1 to 10 scale, a 40% increase on a 1.5 isn't very impressive. A 40% increase on a Luka Doncic is pretty impressive. I think the Clippers would be a disaster for him just from a legacy perspective.
Oh, absolutely. That'd be the most embarrassing.
And I don't mean the team. I mean the actual season they would have.
Oh, I do too. I think they would struggle to win 40 games. I think it could be that bad, especially too if you're a LeBron James that's going to a team that is going to rely on offensive production from himself and for him to have to commit on the defensive end. I think the number one thing for LeBron is he has to go to a team that has the requisite depth that's going to allow him to pick his spots in the regular season. That's why I still think if it's purely about basketball, if it's about what will be the easiest lift for him, I think it's Denver. I really, truly do. It would be the Nuggets for me if I was LeBron.
Can I give you another one from the chat that neither of us have thought of that hasn't been floated and that just makes so much sense? Tier 7 Designs at the Fan LA writes Phoenix or Detroit. He's not going to Detroit. Athletes love Phoenix. The weather's great. It has some of the best golf courses in the country. It's very, very close to here. Why not the Suns, man? Play with Devin Booker.
The issue is they're a play-in team with not a ton of upside. I think the thing about Devin Booker is you did play with him for Team USA. He's right, though. I mean, it's close to Los Angeles. You've got the golf. That's the thing. You got a new coach. So, I mean, you could look at, the other cases.
I think he'd like a new coach, dude. I think he wants someone he can steamroll. He doesn't want some coach who can tell him what to do.
Yeah. I mean, that definitely, I think, is a big part of it, is the power dynamic. But also, too,
90-minute flight, and that's on commercial. So if you're flying on a private jet, it's going quicker.
But if you're LeBron, though, don't you, at this stage, at least want a coach that, if you were serious about winning, and that's what it has to be about. I think LeBron wants to go to there's a world where if LeBron went to Phoenix, let's just use a team like Phoenix. You could talk about the Grizzlies or the Pelicans or the Bucks or the Kings, like just one of those franchises that you would never connect him with. If LeBron goes to those teams, there's a world where he's not a part of the major storyline. If they go to Golden State, it doesn't matter if they win a championship. You're still a part of the storyline from start to finish no matter what.
I think attention is a huge part of what motivates him. Speaking of what motivates someone, I was sitting around last night and the light bulb went off and I had a thought, a worry. I guess it's a theory. One might call it a conspiracy theory about why Rob Pelinka did what he did, and it is the kind of thing that should keep Lakers fans up at night. So I'm gonna give you that, LA, and get DMAC's reaction. Hopefully you think I'm full of it next here on DMAC and Reiter. WTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. That is injury help to 40222. If you want to call us, the phone number 855-97-LA Fan. Is this the end of week 7?
Yeah.
Doing this show?
Week 7.
Crazy. Amazing. So much fun. Thank you for listening. We are so appreciative. All of you who have found us on the FM at 97.1, on the stream at the Fan LA. Maybe you're listening on the free Odyssey app. However you're listening, thank you so much for giving us a chance. We hope you'll continue to do that. Doug and I love doing this show, and we're very, very appreciative that you're letting us spend some time with you. So we want to, at times when we can, try to say thank you, give some things away, express our gratitude. And we were wondering, do you want to be in the building when LA decides its champion? 310 Originals and 97.1 The Fan is giving you tickets to the City Championship Celebrity Game, Deshaun Jackson versus Keyshawn Nixon, July 11th in Harbor City. Paul Pierce, YG, Matt Barnes, Jordan Love, and more with Marathon Burger. $40 gets you in, or listen to win like you're doing right now. This is LA's game, and this is your chance. Today's a list day. We do top 5 and bottom 5 of something. We're doing LeBron moments in 30 minutes. Are you cool with caller number 5?
Cinco.
Feels
Let's do
right?
It. 5.
All right. Here we go. Caller number 5 right now gets tickets to the City Championship Celebrity Challenge. 855-97-LA Fan. 855-97-LA Fan. Okay, so I'm sitting around last night. Do you ever just have something hit you, like a light bulb goes off because you've been ruminating on the same thing for a while and your subconscious was working on it? Here's a conspiracy theory that I had about Rob Pelinka. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
And maybe I'm just being ridiculous. I want you to tell me. I always tell you when I think you're ridiculous, so you got to come at me if you want to. All right. But you've only been ridiculous twice, and I felt bad about it. You're on DMAC and Reiter, 97.1 The Fan. Rob Pelinka is as ambitious a person as I've seen. And that's saying something for you and I. We both cover professional sports. I think he is thirsty for the power and the prestige and the shine that comes with being the Lakers GM, which is fine. A lot of people are. I think he's desperate to keep that job. We know that the Dodgers have taken ownership, the Guggenheim Group, of the Lakers, and we've seen reports that Andrew Friedman and Farhan Zaidi are in those meetings, some of the decision-making meetings. At a minimum, if you're anybody on earth, if it was you or me, anybody, you'd be like, man, these are new bosses. They're evaluating me. He just traded away every single pick, basically, for 7 years. There are no more picks. We discussed this yesterday. There's basically 1 second-round pick through 2032, and they have traded away all of their first-round picks because some of them are pick swaps that are controllable for 7 years. Here's my conspiracy theory. Here's my worry. I mean, Rob Pelinka is not a dumb man. He's a very smart man. If this works out, if the trades work out, Rob Pelinka is going to keep his job. If Walker Kessler is worth the money, if things go well, if Reeves is worth the money, if the way he's constructed this team and the picks he's given away, if it succeeds, he's the guy that did it. And rightfully so, he should be rewarded. He'll have a job. Doug, if it doesn't work out, this job is terrible. Nobody's going to want this job. This is going to be one of those gigs where you're expected to win because you're the Lakers, and you're not, if things go sideways and you're not able to, because either Reeves or Kessler or both, those contracts are brutal. And in that situation, you don't have any draft picks at all. And it just occurred to me, if you're Pelinka, it actually makes sense to give away everything to make it harder to get rid of him, because there won't be good alternatives to hire, because it will be the worst job in basketball if it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's it's kind of one of those things. If you're Rob Pelinka, it's, hey, we're going to use all those assets. We're going to try to make this roster in the vision that myself, Rob Pelinka, also Luka Doncic and Mark Walter, all of us have in lockstep, because we know that in this town you need to do that. You need to be able to compete for championships. You need to have a parade. But I think you're Rob Pelinka. That's the job security right there. The job security is knowing that, hey, either we're going to win.
You see what I mean?
What's up?
Is it reasonable?
I think it's very reasonable. I think it's actually what's occurred. Don't you?
He's like, I mean, and I think it goes even beyond. My worry is the to hell with the picks. I don't need them. It's, I've built this thing. I've known GMs who have done this. This happened a lot in Portland with the last guy. What was the guy's name who just got Cronin? Joe Cronin. I should know this. The GM. He would basically gave away a bunch of stuff, and he's like, we're close. I'm the only person that can do it. He's created this young team where if it doesn't work, there's no alternative, and he's going to be the guy that said, this is my vision, give me another year. Let me figure it out. And there's not going to be, because why is Daryl Morey no longer the GM in Philly? It's because Bob Myers wanted that job for the last 4 years. I had a source tell me Bob Myers wanted Daryl Morey's job 4 years ago. There's not going to be anyone whispering in the Guggenheim ear because nobody's going to want this job if it goes badly.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when a CEO, they spend every dollar in the company account just to hit those 1 or 2 quarters. Then they retire before the company goes bankrupt, right? It's where you max out the company credit cards because you know that when the bill comes, you're not going to be around. You're just going to be able to celebrate the success you have. So I think if you are Rob Pelinka, he knows that he is on watch. He's under watch. He's on thin ice. He's under a microscope. And he realizes, too, that with Luka Doncic's contract, when he signed that 3-year extension, $165 million, he can opt out in a couple of years. And this would have been a lame duck Luka Doncic season. This would have been an absolute disaster for Rob Pelinka if the Lakers had missed the playoffs this year or they were irrelevant this year and you didn't have anything to grow towards. So I think if you're Rob Pelinka, you did exactly what you had to do to try to give yourself the best chance to be labeled as a success.
By the way, one of the guys in the chat, Mario, just won the tickets.
Nice.
I was following the chat. He was on hold. He's like, I hope it's me. So congratulations to Mario in La Habra and Mario on the comment section, in the chat, in the community that we are building on YouTube at the Fan LA. At the Fan LA, you want a pair of tickets to the City Championship Celebrity Challenge at Narbonne High School on July 11th. Deshaun Jackson and Keyshawn Nixon has the biggest stars in LA. One-night celebrity basketball showdown. Tickets and info at 310originals.com. That's cool, dude. Can we get a cheer for Mario?
Mario.
That is amazing. That is really cool.
Sup, Mario?
Let's go. I think I'm telling Mario congrats in the chat. Didn't you also have kind of a theory?
So my theory really about how the Lakers are operating now with Rob Pelinka still at the helm, with this current roster and this current iteration of the purple and gold, is they are under the influence of the Dodgers. They are under the influence of Mark Walter. And I was just thinking about how the Lakers are almost mirroring those first couple of years of the Guggenheim takeover of the Dodgers, where when the Dodgers changed hands, right? When the Guggenheim group took over and you made big trades, you got Adrian Gonzalez, you had Carl Crawford, you had some of these moves that weren't for the Shohei Ohtanis, right? It weren't for the Mookie Bettses or the Freddie Freemans of their time. They were all-star players, but they weren't ones that you thought, hey, this team could win us a World Series, right? But what they did do is they showed that they were going to be aggressive in their process and that they were in that first iteration, that first chapter, they were going to be competitive while also establishing a new standard. So the way I look at it is, do the Lakers think that with this core, with Luka Doncic, with Austin Reeves, with Walker Kessler, do they think that, yeah, on paper, we have a team that should win a championship next season? Probably not. They probably don't think that. But also, nobody remembers what you paid if you win. Everyone remembers that you didn't try if you lose, right? If you didn't try, that's the worst thing, right? It's better to swing and miss than watch a strike three down the middle that you didn't swing at. But I will say this too. Part of what Friedman was doing when he first got here was getting rid of some of the big contracts that Ned Colletti had signed. There were a lot. I mean, they had a massive. The Dodgers cut payroll, as you know, the first several years under the Friedman era, which is not the same thing as the Guggenheim era, and so the Dodgers ownership group are totally willing to spend money. They just want to spend it wisely until and now they've built up a system, as you pointed out, where Kyle Tucker doesn't have to be a ceiling raiser. He just has to be a floor raiser, but it took a while to get there. I still worry that if this goes sideways, as much as what you're saying makes sense, that it's going to be the opposite of what Guggenheim actually wants. Like this has to work, and you have a smaller margin for error in the NBA because of the cap. Well, absolutely, and that's what you're going to learn if you are the Guggenheim Group. Is you can't just throw money at every problem, but what you did when you took over, though, and where the similarities are, and what I'm trying to go towards here is by pointing out that, yes, you do want to win. Yes, it, quote, has to work, but the truth is only one team wins a championship every year, and right now the Lakers aren't one of the favorites to win a championship right now. But what you can do and what the Lakers are, I think, going to do with what the Dodgers and Guggenheim did was they're going to be competitive while establishing how we scout and develop it, while we look at developing players in a different way with resources and nutrition and a different strength and conditioning program. That's what the Dodgers did right away. And even though they didn't win a World Series until 2020, they were at least in the pennant race. They still almost won a World Series in 27.
But they won the NL West every year under Coletti too, didn't they? The last 2 years?
I mean, they did, but the thing is, you weren't winning championships. I think this team could be in the same boat where you don't win championships, possibly, but you establish an entire new culture.
But as you just said, they didn't win until 2020 anyway. I think it's, I don't think it's, I hear you. The Lakers, it's such a different thing. The Dodgers were like really good but couldn't get over the hump. The Lakers aren't even that good. But they have to quickly build around Luka Doncic. I understand why they did what they did, but I mean,
they won a playoff series. I mean, they would have been top 3 in the West. I mean, I don't think it's all for naught. I think that they're in similar. I think they're pretty. There are parallels there between how these teams look, where you're good, probably not good enough to win a championship, but also you can establish the roots, and you can, in a couple years, move off of J.J. Redick and potentially move off of Rob Pelinka. Yeah, I think that's ultimately what will take place.
I think the difference is to build a baseball team, you have to build a team. To build an NBA champion, you have to retain a superstar. And so I think the Dodgers under Andrew Friedman we're really good in the NL West, but we need to find a way, and Dave Roberts has talked about this, we have to navigate, how do we build a team that's great in the regular season, but then also great in the postseason, where the math on those things is different. Whereas in this situation, it's what do we do to make sure Luka Doncic is here? Like, the winning is the point, but the winning is the point to keep Luka and build a winner. And so if they got this one wrong, they're not going to be able to fix it. Had Andrew Friedman screwed up his first 2 years and the Guggenheim Group still believed in him, they could have eaten those contracts just like they can eat Kyle Tucker if it doesn't go well and have made it work. And so it's as you said, they're going to learn you cannot throw money at the problems. Mookie Betts back in the lineup today, by the way.
There you go. This is a short stint. Not a lot.
A little precautionary.
Yeah. Yep.
We'll give you the starting lineup, and we will get into maybe a little sort of comparison, would you rather, on the Lakers' new roster and some of the teams they're competing against next here on DMAC and Reiter. Welcome back into the show, DMAC. I love this song. DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. Between my last job and this job, and I guess still, I was doing a little Substack podcast where we just got on there and, talked about whatever sports and how I want to work with Doug McCain. And one of the listeners, Lauren, just hit me up.
What up, Lauren?
LeBron speed dating is an epic segment. Well done, DMAC.
Hey, I mean, I got all these roses
Crushed it.
here
Lauren, thank
from
you
The
for listening,
Bachelor.
buddy. Crushed it, bro.
Hey, man.
Did it.
It's cool to get your super fans locked in. Because honestly,
That's cool, man.
I get a lot of people hitting me up. It's kind of funny. The first thing they want to talk about is you. They really do.
Wow.
They're like, Bill
You're
Reiter.
still mad?
They honestly really ask if, like, when we're arguing, are we, like, mad after the fact. So I think it's kind of good that we have this new technology where you can see us during the breaks.
Oh,
I think
true.
people think that, like, we punch each other and, like,
Well, people think.
yeah.
I mean, in fairness, by the way, you can watch at the Fan LA. I do have a tendency to push your buttons a little bit.
Well,
I
that's,
find it very amusing, and you're an incredibly good sport.
hey, you know what it is.
But also, you hate Shohei, and that has to be addressed.
I thought we drew the line on, like, private text. I
didn't.
That was just
I
like,
didn't. Whoa! I haven't brought up a private text.
you basically hinted at it.
No. What? No. That was a different thing.
This might be the first time that I could utilize the Bursch callback production thing. I won't do it, but
No, you can do it. Did I let you down?
no, you can.
I'll never, ever let you down. You know that's from? Okay, it's a Kanye thing.
Yeah.
My bad. My B.
No, you're good.
I feel terrible.
All right, so
Talk to me. Are we doing this?
no, a lot of fans are like, I see the comments talking to us about Walker Kessler, right? It feels like there's been a warming up to Walker Kessler from you a little bit.
So I have not. Look, I know that like no answer is not a very good answer on sports talk radio, so I'm trying to give one. I just think there's an incredible range of possibilities for Kessler, and that range will dictate the Lakers' next 5 or 6 years. But there's a world where it goes really, really well.
Yeah, and the upside is certainly there, right?
So we're gonna play a little like you like to do this. We've done this with you and the Dodgers. So you're gonna hit me with players, other centers, I guess. So they're like same position players as some of these Lakers guys, and I'm gonna tell you if I'd rather have Kessler or this guy, based like which one do I prefer?
Yes,
Okay.
and some of these will be very quick.
What are the parameters? Can I do over the next 2 years? Like,
So I think the way that we should lay this thing out is when you look at Walker Kessler, when you look at what the Lakers need, when you look at the potential upside that he has, if you want to say, will Walker Kessler be a successful move for the Lakers, or would this player have been better in that role?
got it. So I can factor in my excitement or at least my tepid, cautious enthusiasm about what he can look like with Luka Doncic.
Yes, exactly. I mean, this is also a great fit for Luka Doncic. We talked about this on this show ad nauseum, and there's definitely a lot to like with Walker Kessler. I think these other guys,
I'm ready.
the names.
I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Easy ones. When you kind of look at Kristaps Porzingis.
I actually was excited about Porzingis. I would rather have Walker Kessler. Health, despite the fact he played 5 or 6 games last year, age, upside. Look, I it's actually kind of a close call for me. And if Porzingis had been the guy, I would have been very excited, but I'll take Kessler.
Yeah, I like it. Kessler, that's the move. Zach Edey.
Kessler.
Naz Reid.
Naz Reid's a really nice piece, dude. Again, like Naz Reid's somebody, like I wouldn't want Edey. Naz Reid, I actually think would have been a great fit, but I will take. It's interesting because I know what Naz Reid's floor is.
See, I think about Reid. I mean, former 6th man of the year.
Yep.
14.2 points per game, 6.2 boards, 2.3 assists.
Yep.
But look, I'm not answering for you, but
No, you are, but I respect it. You got bullied, Dan. You got bullied into that courtroom by the memory of a dead lawyer in DMAC's voice. I'll go Kessler with a little bit. That's a little bit of homerism there. I'll go Kessler. Ty goes to the Laker.
okay, I like that. Jared Allen.
I'll take Kessler. I think like the thing about Kessler is, and Jared Allen qualifies too. Kessler is just elite defensively, and his offensive rebounding ability, and so like the thing about being an offensive rebounding machine is you're going to get all of these offensive rebounds, and you're going to hit guys out sort of on the 3-point line, and there are a multitude of dudes who can shoot the rock now. So I like his fit with this team.
Yeah, you look at the rebounding, too. I mean, Kessler's just a better rebounder. And I think Jared Allen, not a great fit, playing with Mobley at all times. I think that's another factor in there, but I like that choice. I'm hearing a lot of Walker Kessler. This is what this was supposed to be about, so that definitely makes me feel good about it. Okay, Draymond Green.
Walker Kessler. I think Draymond Green's.
Relax.
I think Draymond Green's
Walker Kessler's never been in this studio.
Well, is Draymond Green coming in? I stand. I don't think Dre's the player that he used to be, and I think more importantly, what he brings to a locker room is a problem unless it's a Steph Curry locker room. I think he would be a nightmare for what the Lakers are trying to build.
Yeah, we'll get some of these out of here. We got DeAndre Ayton.
Okay, keep moving. Walker
Rudy
Kessler.
Gobert.
I think
He's getting older.
Yeah. Also, he's such a weird liability in the postseason. Like his defense is. I'll go Walker Kessler.
Okay, I'm going to throw out some quick hitters, too. Isaiah Hartenstein.
I'll go Hartenstein.
Really?
Proven commodity for me. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Hartenstein is a winner. He's ferocious. He doesn't fade in the playoffs. He does a lot. Yes. Hartenstein is for the next
9.2 points.
Yeah. He's willing to take sort of less of a role in order to win. Yes, I'll take Hartenstein.
All right. I'm hoping that Walker Kessler gets you to reverse that. We're going to revisit this one a year from now or something.
He played 5 games last year. He's 12 years old. Like I understand. Like yes,
okay.
For now.
You got Hartenstein. Okay, you got Hartenstein. That's fine. Okay. Next, we've got Khalil Ware.
So I'm gonna take. Oh my God. Are you interviewing yourself?
No. What'd I say?
That was a good whisper though, because I was looking up to think, and I just heard Kessler, and I was like, was that my voice or was that his? I will take Kessler, but I will say this: I love Khalil Ware's potential upside. I think his ceiling is, is massive. There's a world where Khalil Ware's a better player in 3 or 4 years, and Kessler's still really, 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 really good.
All right, Nick Claxton.
Keep it moving. I'm going to take Khalil Ware.
Okay, we got, how about Jakob Poeltl?
Khalil Ware. Just kidding. Walker Kessler.
Okay, how about...
I love Khalil Ware. I can't get my head.
I want to save this one. I want to save this one. How about, okay, Jalen Duren?
I would rather have Jalen Duren with Luka Doncic.
Miles Turner.
That's a really interesting one. Am I factoring in contract?
Yeah.
I'll take Kessler. I think Miles Turner weirdly got broken in Milwaukee. It was a strange deal, and he's not consistent even when he played well in Indiana.
Bam.
I would rather have Bam.
Chet.
I would rather have Chet.
Joel.
Embiid.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have Walker Kessler.
Really? Injuries?
Yeah, because that is a risk, and again, and we've talked about this. The thing with whoever you bring in is they have to be good enough that Luka wants to be here. And if that goes badly because of injury with Embiid, Luka can be gone. I don't want that risk.
Karl Anthony Towns.
I'm not a big Cat guy, but I got proven wrong. Cat.
AD. Anthony Davis.
Kessler. I don't want AD.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about your boy?
I used to call him Anthony Humpty Dumpty Davis.
DeMontis Sabonis.
I'll take Sabonis. I love Sabonis. I'm big on Sabonis. The offensive firepower there, and he can D up in the plane. He can get it done.
And these next two, Victor Wembanyama.
Okay, I'm gonna take Victor Wembanyama.
Joker.
I'm gonna take Joker.
So, hey, man, you said Walker Kessler more than a lot of those names, man. Maybe 7 names, I think. You look at where Walker Kessler is.
8 to 12,
yeah.
I think is about right.
And that's what they were looking for.
Is that what we got to?
Yeah, 8 to 12.
Ask me Walker Kessler or DMAC.
Walker Kessler, DMAC.
DMAC.
Really?
DMAC always. DMAC over everyone.
Can play more than 5 games to them.
I like you so much, like I really do, that I am, like, you're one of my favorite people, even though you hate Shohei Ohtani. Which has nothing to do with the text message.
This is so
unnecessary. It has nothing to do with the text message you sent.
It's so unnecessary.
It's just affection, man. That's friendship. Sometimes you connect. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you connect, like LeBron does in some places and doesn't in others. And we're going to do our top 5 and worst 5 LeBron moments to celebrate or at least mourn his exit next on DMAC and Reiter.
They have the sources.
Welcome back into the show. It's DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. I don't think you're supposed to have this much fun at work, dude. I'm not sure if that's actually the way it's supposed to work.
You know what's crazy is your friend from one of your super fans that was loving the LeBron segment.
Loving you, dude.
You know what? You know what you didn't love that I thought was underrated when I was trying to sell you on the Sixers and I said you can't spell Jaylen Brown without Lebron.
Yeah, it was you tried too hard.
I feel like that was. You know what? I'm just curious if she liked it because it's Jaylen Jay
Lauren's the he.
Oh, Lauren, what's up?
Lauren T.
Jayle.
And he did until that comment.
And then BRO.
I understood.
WN.
Here's the thing, like a real speed dating thing.
That's LeBron.
There's a line between charming and thirsty, between cool and trying too hard. And you're almost always on the right side of that line. I thought you were just in character as the Sixers. I thought this is so good. This is so dumb because Doug is so good to sound dumb like the Sixers would sound.
That's a slick line. Okay, I just go
know.
on. Yeah, Jaylen Brown. I'm excited. I'm excited, man. This is an all-timer here.
All right, we're going to the list in a second. Let's take a phone call. 855-97 LA fan. I'm sorry. Did I do the answer? Ask me again.
But what?
Ask me again whether I thought of it.
What do you think of it?
This is one of the smartest things I've ever heard. I didn't give you the laugh you deserved.
All right.
I
Classic
apologize.
Bill Reiter sarcasm.
You asked me if I liked something. I told you I didn't like last segment.
I just want to try again. Maybe think.
Yes, it's amazing. You
Where's
are brilliant in all ways.
I'm going to get a paper. I'm going to write it down. I think if you see it visually, it's a visual thing. Maybe you got to see it visually. Yeah, if you see it.
It was my bad.
Okay.
You know what's never bad?
What?
Talking to Mike from Redlands. Mike, what's up? Appreciate you. You're on DMAC and Reiter.
Hey, I appreciate you guys taking my call again. It's going to be more of a rant than anything.
Rant, brother.
Exactly. All these people out in the media and just ragging on Kessler and all these Laker fans that call themselves fans being mad at the fact that we got ourselves a good center now, when a year ago, 18 months ago, what was everyone talking about with hopes of getting Kessler? Why don't we go try to get him? And now we got him, and then you have the media just ragging on, this team's not built for championship. No team's built for championship until they win it. Just remember, there's 30 teams in a dang NBA, and only one is going to win that championship. So who else is going to tell me that they thought the Knicks were going to win the championship last year at the beginning of the year, before even summer season started? And yet they haven't played one game together, this team that we built now, and yet everyone's signing off on them saying, nope, they're not going to make it. That's not built for a championship. There's 29 other teams a year that are not built for being a champion either, because they lost. So let's just wait and see what they do first before you sign off on them.
Mike, love it. Love the passion. Love the anger. Love the frustration. Love the consternation. Thanks for the call. I will say, I do think the jury's out. But I like that Mike, he makes a good point. Lakers fans wanted a center. Lakers fans wanted boldness. Lakers fans wanted the DMAC parades not picks philosophy. They got it.
Hey, I love it, man. I think the Walker Kessler move is going to go down as a move that either defines this era of Laker basketball after the Luka acquisition. If it doesn't work, yes, I've said it's either banner or blame, right? There's no in between. Yep. But I think Walker Kessler's that dude. I think that people that are acting like it's a bad move or a risk that you wouldn't take, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely insane.
You just said both things.
I didn't.
It's either going to work or not work, and I love it.
I know, but
banner or blame.
But that doesn't mean. But you had to make the move, man. Like you really did.
I got it.
Like no one was complaining about the price of duct tape in Apollo 13, right? I mean, failure's not
There was duct tape on Apollo 13?
Remember when the oxygen tank explodes and they have to try to fix it and they use the duct tape?
I don't.
Yeah.
Is that Tom Hanks?
Yeah. And at Los Angeles, we have a problem at center, okay? And we addressed it with Walker Kessler. So I'm
with duct tape?
He has the potential to be in the paint.
He does.
I'm just saying, man.
Right.
Walker Kessler's that dude.
You know what I'm excited about?
What's up?
You being that dude in the segment that we call the list.
The best, the worst. This is your top 5, bottom 5 on DMAC and Reiter.
The best. All right, so LeBron's gone. He's no longer a Laker, and so we are going to celebrate/not celebrate him with the 5 best and worst things that we each remember, think, evaluate from LeBron James. I love this segment because half of this, is just how you and I approach these questions.
Yeah,
My
it's
friend,
a big mystery.
We're going to go best first. You go first.
All right. I'm starting
You got to get number
with.
first name number 5.
Number
Bam.
5.
He's on it. He's ready. My bad.
Number 5, I'm starting with LeBron James made his best friends rich. He put his homies on. LeBron James revolutionized the sports business. He deliberately chose his childhood friends and he put them in high-level positions. Rich Paul, Maverick Carter, Randy Mims. Maverick Carter, they met when they were 5. You had the Spring Hill Production Company. They've turned into a billion-dollar empire, and he could have chose a lot of people. He could have gone out there, but he chose his guys. He met Rich Paul after buying a jersey from him, and they ended up becoming friends ever since. And Maverick Carter, they've been friends since they were 5. So I think this is really cool that he puts his friends on. He made his friends rich. You got to love that. You got to support that. For me, when I get rich, bring my friends with me too. My friends being Sammy, Bursch, and Bill Reiter.
That is such a great insight on LeBron James. That is I don't know what the other 9 things you're going to do. That's awesome. That's a great call, man.
I love it. Thank you for that. All right, let's go.
Number 4.
I hate the Golden State Warriors. I hate them with a passion. And in 2016, LeBron James led the Cleveland Cavaliers to a 3-1 deficit comeback against the Golden State Warriors. They ended the 52-year drought. Yes, Draymond Green got suspended. That may have impacted it, but still, that Cavs team won Game 7 on the road. I'll never forget when LeBron was at the podium and he was asked a question about Klay Thompson. He was calling him out, and LeBron just said, "What did Klay say?" And he just gave this sinister laugh, and from that point on, the Cavs would come back, and they would say, "Cleveland, this is for you!" Great moment.
It's really funny because I almost put that on my worst.
What?
Oh, here's my thing. I don't remember where I was living. Was I in L.A. or Kansas City? I was in L.A. I lived in maybe New York. Anyway, I lived somewhere, and I missed my kids, and I just wanted to go home because I've been on the road. No, I lived in L.A. I've been on the road nonstop, and I'm like, okay, thank God it's 3-1. I can go home after the next game.
That was it.
And then I didn't. Because that's like 2.5 more weeks.
And another thing, too, remember that Warriors team was the team of all time, the 73
They were
Warriors.
the best team of all time.
And I would have hated to live with that, still that 96 Bulls team.
See, I wanted it because I covered that team a lot.
Okay, well, that's fair.
Yeah.
You root for that kind of stuff.
But I did skip going to their 73rd win to go to Kobe's final game, which in retrospect was totally the right call.
That's something I've always loved and respected about you.
Number 3.
Number 3, I'm going with he's been the best for longest. Say what you want about LeBron James, but he's played a total of 73,477 combined minutes. The next closest is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with over 66,000 minutes. So he's played the longest. He's been the best for the longest. He's the only player in history to score 40 or more points against every single NBA franchise. Also, how about this? It took LeBron James the exact number of games, 368, to score his first 10,000 points from 0 to 10K as it did going from 30,000 to 40,000 points. So he's had the longevity. He's been the very best player for the longest. What's the line? Hey, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. For LeBron, he's here for a good time and a long time. He's been really good for a long time. No one can take that from him.
Number 2.
Number 2, I'm going with he lived up to the hype. He absolutely did. Say what you want about LeBron James, but he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated when he was 17. He was called the Chosen One. And we've had great athletes that were hyped up. Greg Oden, Sam Bowie, Jay Williams, Brian Taylor, if you remember the baseball player from 1991, the Yankee system was supposed to be the next best baseball player. Jamarcus Russell, Freddie Adu, the next Pele. LeBron James lived up to the hype. You got to love that.
You're crushing it, dude. It's a great list.
It's not over yet.
DMAC and Reiter, 97.1 The Fan. We're going through best and worst LeBron James moments.
Number 1.
The thing that I love most about LeBron James is he is the American dream. You've got the 4th of July. We're celebrating 250 in a couple of days. LeBron James came from absolutely nothing on 439 Hickory Street, Akron, Ohio, where that house was torn down because there was delinquent payments and it was not in a great part of town. Didn't grow up with his dad. His mom had it when she was 16, and he ended up finding a way to get to the NBA and establish himself as arguably the best player to ever do it. Comes from nothing, turns into everything. I know we've had strong opinions about LeBron James, but no one can take away the fact that he's a billionaire, he's a champion, never really has gotten in trouble. You got to respect that.
I love it, dude.
The
That's a hell
American
of a
dream.
list.
You like it?
I went largely very different in my interpretation of it.
That's how these work.
Mine might be a little too self-absorbed, but let's get into it.
Number 5.
So I actually had and we're going to throw some of this up on the screen. As much as you think I hate him, and people certainly think he hates me, me included, I've had the privilege to just chill with the guy over the last 15 years. Various Boys and Girls Clubs. There was a stretch when he would build a facility to Boys and Girls Club in all these different sort of spots. And I remember having a moment with him in Houston. There's a photo of me, and I think we're going to throw it up if we can do it, with him. I think it was in Akron where he's in football gear, and he had just given that his high school, his alma mater, a bunch of football stuff, and I'm just standing right next to him, and it's not up on the screen, but basically, like, I look like I'm 2 feet tall. Like, you play that game where you say caption this. The caption would be me talking to LeBron bubble, voice saying, "Take a left at Gondor." There it is, and you should see Mordor just right around the corner. I mean, like, look how big he is in a football jersey, dude.
That's such an amazing picture, dude.
I know. He used to be my avatar. Like,
That's so awesome.
And we had a really cool conversation here. Like, this is the thing. You say do you hate him? Here's the reality of anyone you've had a complicated relationship with. And I won't pretend he knows who I am, but he doesn't care about me. But he's LeBron James. I think about him a lot professionally. I've had many times where I've sat around and talked to him, and in those moments where he lets me do that, and we're talking in my lifetime 10, right? Where it's like me and him just shooting the breeze. I liked him.
I will say this, Bill. I've accused you of hating him. A lot of my friends have asked me if you hate him. Seeing that picture right there, the way you were looking at LeBron James, get you someone that looks at you like Bill Reiter looks at LeBron James. So I will officially never say that you hate LeBron James.
I find him to be he's an interesting guy. And so for me, spending time with him, not just because he's LeBron. I've been around a lot of famous people. I've interviewed Clinton at the Urinal. I've been around Prince, I guess now King Charles. Whatever. It's the job we have, a lot of famous people around. I like the interactions I've had with LeBron because I find him to be an interesting human.
Number 4.
By the way, I said I almost put it on the bad list. I did put the 3-1 comeback on the all-time list because that is incredible in a basketball sense. But as someone who's from who rooted for teams growing up that never won, and having covered the World Series the Cubs won, knowing what it was like for Cleveland to lose that's a cursed community in a sports sense. And what LeBron did against the would-be greatest team of all time, that 3-1 comeback, it's a stunning sports achievement that actually probably should count for 2 rings in the GOAT debate. It should.
Number 3.
So again, this is just selfish, but for me, the opportunity to cover LeBron James was career-changing. I was sitting on my couch in Kansas City, Missouri, as a newspaper writer when LeBron made the decision, right? And I didn't know that a couple months later, I would get a call from a guy named Rick Jaffe, who discovered Bill Plaschke, by the way, who discovered Jay Adonde, who discovered Rachel Nichols. Amazing human being. I love Rick's one of my favorite people ever, mentor. And the guy's like, I want you to move to Miami, and I want you to cover LeBron James, be there in 8 days. Career-changing. Life-changing. I mean, I wouldn't have got to live in L.A. My kids would have been raised somewhere else. I wouldn't have understood how magical it can be to sort of do what we do for a living at the level we get to do it. And that's because I got to cover the Heat that first year. Now, that was a year of turmoil and frustration. I was very hard on LeBron. He certainly didn't like me then. But that Heat year, and in retrospect, LeBron being the most celebrated athlete on earth, maybe, certainly the chosen one, failing miserably, being humiliated and criticized every day, criticized by people like me, and then later looking back how that forged him into the athlete he became, the all-time great that he became, I look at that first year's of the Heat, with him at the Heat and me getting to cover it as just for me, when I think of LeBron, that's one of the first things I think of.
Number 2.
And then I think, like, his run, so, like, to follow that up from my first year covering the Heat, his run of greatness with Miami, that he turned that year into 4 rings with 3 different teams and an NBA Finals MVP with 3 different teams, that he won back-to-back titles after the debacle against the Mavs, that he went to Cleveland and got the 3-1 comeback we both put on our list, and then he came to L.A., whenever we think about L.A. and his time here, that he got Los Angeles a ring after the doldrums. Again, like, his ability to turn failure into success, humiliation into greatness, I think that's pretty amazing. for a child star in the culture where childhood stars, he was on the cover of SI, usually don't make it.
Number 1.
And then like this, for me, again, this is very selfish. It's very, not selfish, it's just very self-absorbed, but I've had so much of my career tied up in LeBron. I worked at Fox Sports 1. They were launching the network. I moved to LA for FS1, and I got to sit down with LeBron James for an interview, which was pretty unheard of at the time, and including this exchange. You're gonna have to wait. The sound's not working. It's gone mute like LeBron toward me.
Players of all
Pretty
time.
cool looking, though, isn't it? If you're listening to the radio, it's not cool looking.
Fans love
really
to do this.
cool.
I'm gonna put you on the spot. Best 3 players of all time.
You kind of
Maybe we won't play it.
Wow. Michael Jordan.
But Birch is telling me, hold on a second. So, by the way,
Best 3 players of all time.
Wow.
And the
Michael
players
Jordan.
who have made it. Love to do this one of all time.
Wow. Michael Jordan. Wow, this is tough. Michael Jordan. Wow, this is tough. Dr. J. Larry Bird.
That is tough.
You give me
That is
3?
tough. I know.
Oh my God.
I know.
Oh my
3.
God.
Because you just got into that Magic Bird thing. You just got into that Magic Bird
I know.
thing,
I
which
mean,
is tough too.
I know. I mean,
get 4? Sure.
Can I get 4? Magic.
Sure. You put Magic 4th? You put Magic 4th? How important is it to you in your career? You are
Dude,
considered the
I respect
greatest
that, actually.
basketball player
Kinda
ever
cool.
walk the earth.
by the way, I'm
One
not
of
going
the
to lie.
greatest of all time.
I did enjoy being like,
That's my goal.
Sure. Can I have 4?
personal goal.
Sure, LeBron. I'm allow you to have another answer.
More personal.
Number 4.
At the end of my
Like,
career,
I
when I
have
had
to
my
say.
Power
jersey,
right
you guys
there,
see in
dude.
the Raptors, whatever arena it's in,
And by the way, that was also,
He made
I was
it more
driving
than
home when
his
that
game.
interview launched on FS1, and that tweet came up, the one that's on the screen. Check out my one-on-one interview with Fox Sports 1 with Fox Sports Reiter. Bill was once one of my biggest critics, by the way. Hashtag it's all good now. Hashtag smile. Those were nice. Those were better days.
That's the tweet.
That's
You
my
looking
list.
good there, man. Clean shaven.
Yeah, I was young.
Clean shaven Bill Reiter. I like your look now, though.
Yeah, I don't. Actually, the hair. I like being able to grow my hair out. All right, that's
Now it's time for the fun.
now the things we don't like about LeBron.
Number 5.
I'm going with the charade of making the Lakers draft his son. And the reason why I'm doing it is, look, this is something you do in NBA 2K. And in real life, he unlocked create a teammate mode with him and his wife. And you end up drafting Bronny James. And it was a moment that made history. But it really, looking back, it just looked like something that just never felt organic. It always felt forced. And I got a stat for you. Here's a fun fact. The LeBron and Bronny actually hold the record for most combined 30-point games by a father-son duo. Steph and Dell have 332, 325 for Steph, 7 for Dell. Kobe and his dad have 434, and then LeBron has 577. That's 577 for Bron and 0 for Bronny. So I just think, look, it was kind of cute. It was heartwarming, but looking back, I think it feels forced, especially now LeBron is gone.
Actually, before you go, I have the exact same one in my exact same place on my list.
Wow.
I just wrote Bronny down.
Sure, you're
They just said I looked 12 in that interview, by the way.
you'll be able to cook them. Really? Hey, man.
I'll take it.
Number 4.
Now I look 80.
All right, number 4, it is LeCap James. LeBron always getting caught lying for no reason whatsoever.
This is mine, too.
Bill
Did you
throws
look at
his
my
arms
list?
up. Look, that's why we should compare
Did
lists,
you look
bro.
at my list?
Let's run some sound.
I had one coach, and he used to say, "Put yourself in situations where you're not comfortable.
Oh,
Play
yeah,
outside
that's my
of your
favorite
comfort
saying.
zone."
That's my favorite saying.
LeBron, are you a big soccer fan, LeBron?
I'm a big Liverpool fan.
Yeah, Crouchy is actually a Liverpool legend. He used to play there. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I knew that. I didn't get an opportunity to see him play when he was with the club, but I definitely knew. I definitely knew that.
You know, drape my finger to the eye. I was literally seeing three rims out there. So I just shot out the middle one. And I was able to, through the grace of the man above, I was able to knock it down.
You are holding the autobiography of Malcolm X along with Alex Haley. I don't know how far you are into the book, but what's your biggest takeaway so far?
I kind of just started a couple days ago. It's my first time actually reading this from start to finish. Just a very smart man.
Before the game even started, when I seen, I said he was probably gonna score 70 tonight. I don't know what made me say that, and my friends was with me, and they was like, okay.
Dude changes his story more than he changes jerseys, dude. LeCat, bro. Like, come on now. It's so hilarious because he just doesn't need to do it. All right, let's keep rolling.
Number 3.
All right, number 3 is the flopping, dude. Like, the flopping for LeBron James is something I hate. And here's the thing. I don't think LeBron gets enough credit for making the NBA as fake as wrestling at times. I mean, newborn giraffes have more stability than LeBron. LeBron thinks we don't have slow motion. LeBron thinks we don't have replay. I don't need to see the flopping. He doesn't need to be doing this. You can watch a 10, 20, 30, 40-minute highlight video of just LeBron's flops. I hate the antics. I hate the flopping.
Number 2.
Number 2 is the decision for me. I know people say that it raised $2.5 million for the Boys and Girls Club of America, and that if you want to point to one negative thing that LeBron's done in his career, it's this. But what really pissed me off about this was he had this announcement that basically had everyone that loved him in Ohio hate him, burning his jersey. You had just the entire state of Ohio, the state that has supported him his whole life. They were the ones that were hurt the most by this. If the decision answer was to go back to Ohio, go back to Cleveland, I'd be okay, fine. But this, to me, it was just not well executed. It was cringe. It was gross. I hated the decision.
Number 1.
And number 1 to me, and this is a big one for me, this is the thing that's always annoyed me about LeBron James, is he always is the one that says he's the GOAT, right? Here's some quotes where he says that he's one of the greatest players of all time. He's the greatest player of all time. Just like in June of 2026 for Time Magazine, LeBron said, "I'm not taking nobody over me." I go to a quote that Walter Payton said when he once said, "When you're good at something, you'll tell everyone. When you're great at something, they'll tell you." And with Lionel Messi and the greatness of Messi recently, it kind of got me thinking that LeBron's not the GOAT. He's not the true GOAT, because in basketball, when it comes to who's the GOAT, they'll never stop talking about it. It's Jordan versus LeBron. When you're the undisputed GOAT, there is no debate.
I don't think that's fair.
Why?
You always walk around the office saying you're the best in the building, and I think it's right.
If you can still debate it, you ain't it. That's what I say. That's my number 1.
I don't mind him saying he's the best. That's your list.
Jordan never does.
Yeah.
He said it's hard to compare eras. If you had to debate...
Number 5.
Yeah, you just got cut off. You want to keep going?
No.
You want to go a little longer? You sure?
I'm ready, baby. Get my popcorn.
Whenever we on?
Number 5.
Also have Bronny here. Same reasons. And my main thing is I think it's not good for his son, and I think it makes Bronny's chances of succeeding much, much smaller. Whatever you and I think, guys in the NBA have mocked Bronny to me. I mean, so he put a target on his back without the tools to defend himself in an NBA, in a league where it's cutthroat, and whoever your dad is might get you the job, but it won't get you the opportunity to grow into the player you need to be to wear that name on your back on that floor in that league.
Number 4.
I'm with you on the lies, and I can go through so many examples, but you did it perfectly. It's obnoxious.
Number 3.
I actually think leaving the Heat on no notice is one of the most obnoxious things that he's ever done. He pretended to be, or maybe he was, great friends with Dwayne Wade. He went to Miami, and they did help him figure out how to be a champion. But maybe more importantly, I was there when I covered that team that first year, as we know. And that first year, people were brutal to him, me included. And the Heat went out of their way to try to destroy people who went after LeBron. And I respected it, by the way. But I respect loyalty. They were so loyal to him. They were so vicious on behalf of him. They operated like the CIA. And some of the shenanigans they pulled on me, I actually was tip of the cap. I respect, it was crazy bullying, threatening, bribing. It was just we'll do anything for you to stop writing this about LeBron. You don't have to stay, but you do have to leave a certain way. I may not judge a man or a woman for deciding that they want to end a relationship, but I'll judge them that they do it in the most humiliating way possible so that person has trouble recovering. LeBron had them draft a player that they didn't want. He strung them along. They won 37 games the next year because they weren't prepared for it. I thought that was the height of self-absorption by LeBron James.
Number 2.
I mean, just throw the tweet up. It's a clown tweet from 16 months ago. We're LeBron, so I'm sitting there and I'm doing my work, and AD just got traded, and I've already told this story a million times, but LeBron James, there it is. You effing lie. Pinocchio tweet, clown tweet. I refer to it as the clown tweet. It could also be the Pinocchio tweet. LeBron has grown frustrated with Anthony Davis, NBA insider, sports writer. By the way, CBS Sports, where I used to work for, go look at the clip. Those words do not come out of my mouth. That is a misquote.
Really?
Yeah, it was super fun.
Number 1.
Also enjoyed CBS Sports when that against me. Thanks, guys. The decision. I just think the decision was a putrid act of you don't talk about yourself in the third person. And again, if any athlete did that, it wouldn't be acceptable. The guy was from that part of Ohio. He's from Akron. He knows how the people of Cleveland and Northeast Ohio felt about him. To go on television and announce he was leaving and not give them a heads up. And this is like when, remember when Matt Damon broke up with what's her name on Oprah?
It's right.
I mean, that's not cool. I know he's Odysseus now, but like that was a saga for all of us. Like just, I don't know, do it in private. That was the list.
Man, that's some serious history right there.
I have a lot of history.
You have
with LeBron.
a lot of history with LeBron.
Yeah, I could have done 5 and 5 of all me, and I just thought it was way too obnoxious. But those are the ones that are pretty significant.
We want more Bill. We want more Bill.
LeBron wants
Yes.
less. You know what we want more of? We want more Tarek Skubal talk. But there's some movement. There's some reporting. There's some indications that DMAC's dream for the Dodgers at the trade deadline will not come to pass. That's next on DMAC and Reiter. Welcome back into the show. Apparently we're back, which means this is DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. Maybe in the next segment, I'll tell the story, maybe, that I just told you. The first thing I ever said to LeBron when we did the sit-down interview. You looked at me like I was a moron because, check notes.
No, I think that was respectable, what you said.
All right.
Which hopefully you tell the audience. It's a great story.
Maybe we will get to that here in a little bit. So, you've been on the, it's got to be Tarek Skubal. It's got to be Tarek Skubal. It's got to be Tarek Skubal. That may not be coming, bro. Katie, we haven't gotten to this yet because here on DMAC and Reiter, because obviously a bunch of Lakers news kind of blew out our plans and what are sort of directing us on another path the last couple days here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. But I'm going to read you the first two graphs of Katie Woo's story from The Athletic. Obviously, Katie Woo, outstanding Dodgers beat writer. She writes, quote, as the Los Angeles Dodgers prepare for the trade deadline, they're expected to be linked to Detroit Tigers ace Tarek Skubal. However, DMAC, the primary focus for the back-to-back champions isn't on the Major League roster, according to multiple sources familiar with the club's thinking, who were granted anonymity because of the sensitivity of the subject. The Dodgers want to improve the depth of their minor league system and are prepared to part with at least one of their top outfield prospects, not named Jose De Paula, to do so, end quote. Which, by the way, when's the last time a top 10 prospect was traded for a bunch of, 50 to 100? This doesn't sound like Skubal's a priority.
I think that right now, with the Dodgers having the best record in baseball, they just had a 9-game road trip. They played 13 straight games, and it looks like they're a Dodgers team that doesn't have very many flaws as far as their top-end talent, where they're at in the division. They're going to run away with it in the National League West, where they're 56-31, 12 games up on the Padres. They could end the Padres season this weekend, but things can change very quickly. And look, whether it be Katie Woo, whether it be John Heyman,
yep.
There have been several insiders in the last couple of days and weeks that have kind of hinted at maybe the Dodgers aren't going to be as aggressive for Tarek Skubal as what was once believed.
This sounds like, I'm trying to think of someone on this show who might have suggested this was the direction it was going to go. I just can't remember.
If you want to be on that side, you can be on that side.
His name, I'm just trying to remember.
Bill Reiter.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you came at me pretty hard.
And I still am.
You kind of call me an idiot.
I would never do that. I would never hit that. I would never do that.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of did.
I did not. And I'm not calling anyone anything as far as, look, this is opinions that I think are rooted.
This is reporting, though.
It's reporting,
yeah.
But also
Mine
we
was
had Jeff Passan
yeah.
on this show.
Sure.
And Jeff Passan is the gold standard when it comes to Major League Baseball reporting, when it comes to rumors and trades and things like that. And my response to all of these recent reports and rumors...
Are you not calling her Katie Who?
I'm definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not.
That was just a wordplay, not a...
Katie was legit. She 100% is legit. And here's the thing.
Whose information is better on the Dodgers? Passan or Katie? And I'm not trying to take shots.
So I think it's different. I mean, I think one covers the team day to day. I think one is close to the team.
On a story like Skubal,
I think that her reporting is legit. I really do. But I also think that anytime you hear reporting like that, when it comes to trying to improve the farm system, the Dodgers are always trying to improve the farm system. And we've seen last couple of seasons, a lot of their emerging prospects have come from players that are within the system that don't have a role that they ultimately end up trading, whether it be Gavin Lux to get Mike Sirota, who's emerged in the top 100 prospects list, whether it be last season trading Dustin May to get James Tibbs III, who has emerged on that prospects list. Typically, when the Dodgers improve their farm system, it's by trading away their own assets, whether ones that have already made their big league debuts or they're a part of their current roster that they want to move on because they're not going to sign them. That's something they do. But here's the thing, is when Jeff Passan was on the show, when it comes to trades, no one is better than Jeff Passan. And the specific question I asked Jeff Passan was this. I said, would the Dodgers still be interested in trading for and being aggressive and making a major play for Tarek Skubal, even if their rotation was fully healthy?
I remember. He said yes.
So what's changed is my question. So nothing's changed.
Here's my question for you, DMAC and Reiter 97.1 The Fan. if Katie Woo's reporter and John Heyman's reporter and the sort of MLB writers out there, the sort of newsbreakers and beat writers who have reported that the Dodgers are cooling on Skubal proves to be true. And there's certainly a world where, by the way, this is...
Well, I wouldn't say that. Did Katie Woo say that they were cooling on Skubal? I think that's John Heyman, right?
What she said is that their focus is not necessarily on Skubal, but on improving their minor league system. And you're right, they can do both. But here's my question. If they don't get Skubal, this is an if question, not a it's happening, and they decide that's not the priority, are they making a mistake?
Absolutely 100%. I mean, I said on the show multiple times that pitching health can be very fleeting. And here's a quote from someone that says, you can never have enough pitching. Oh, there's a quote from Andrew Friedman, who's the president of baseball operations. So if that has always been his mindset, and also hearing Andrew Friedman talking about anytime there is a needle-moving impact-level player that's available and you have the prospect capital to go and get him, you are going to at least have conversations about it. And the way that I look at it is this, is Glass now, he's improving, but he's always been injury-prone. Blake Snell is coming back, but he's dealt with injuries this entire time with the Dodgers. Missed most of last season, was great in the postseason, wasn't as great in the World Series. Yamamoto's pitched a lot regular season and postseason and this year. Also, Shohei Ohtani is another guy that for the first time of his career is going to be having a season where he goes wire to wire as a pitcher and a hitter and has to pitch in the postseason. So I think it behooves them to take some pressure off of them. The other thing, too, is the Dodgers.
I know you think they should get Skubal. I'm just like, what is going on here? Like, why is it
I think what's going on is this.
Significant 180.
Okay, so
this is a very these are credible people basically reporting that the thing that Jeff Passan thinks was going to happen and the thing you think should happen may not happen. That is a 180, dude.
So I think a couple things are in play here. Well, first and foremost, John Heyman is a Scott Boras mouthpiece. That's what he is. Everyone in the industry knows that. So anytime
even I know that
John Heyman is going to report on Scott Boras, it's going to be on things that are beneficial to Scott Boras clients, and that makes sense to try to make it seem like the Dodgers might not be as aggressive because that can possibly drum up the price for other teams because other teams in Major League Baseball are like, wait a second, the whole entire industry thought he was going to the Dodgers. Now that he's not, here's our best prospects. The Tigers see that like, wait a second, all these teams are offering more than they were before. Now let's go back to the Dodgers and we want their prospects.
Wouldn't it be the opposite? Like if the Dodgers are out, wouldn't that drive the price down because the Dodgers have so much to offer that to compete with their offer, you have to offer more?
I think it drives the price up because I think there's a lot of teams, we've heard this. We've heard this at the beginning of the season. That was the talk. I did a interview with Buster Olney a couple months ago, and one thing that he told me was that sometimes when the Dodgers are the heavy favorites, that some teams are like, well, why do we even compete with the Dodgers then?
It's like trying to compete against the homecoming queen.
It absolutely feels that way. It does.
For DMAC's attention.
Absolutely. But here's the thing, though. And the reason why I still think the Dodgers are still going to be heavily involved when it comes to Tarek Skubal is for the simple fact that they realize that if they don't get him, that he could go to a team that could potentially beat the Dodgers in a 5-game series. And if he would go to the Milwaukee Brewers, the Phillies, the Atlanta Braves.
You don't buy this report. I know that dude, DMAC and Reiter, 97.1
Absolutely.
fan. I'm aware that you want Skubal. You think Katie Woo is basically reporting the opposite of what you've been saying. Not basically. She and Heyman are. Do you think it's possibly just games by Scott Boras? Because if you're Katie Woo, right, to defend Katie Woo, especially her.
I don't think I've ever...
Her job is to report what people tell her, not to decide whether or not they're telling her for, certain reasons.
That's true, but I mean, honestly, having covered this team for a long time since 2019, typically when it comes to massive moves, when it comes to all-star talent, I can't think of any time that I've ever seen any of the beat writers with the Dodgers really report on those kind of transactions. I never have. It always comes from Jeff Passan, or it comes from the top level.
What do you make of Katie? So do you think her report is going to prove to be accurate?
I think that it's possible. I think if anyone that's saying, like, that's why it blew my mind when Jeff Passan came on the show and said that there was an 85% chance that Skubal will be a Dodge, the other 15% would be they'd be back with the Tigers, because to try to say, oh, they're guaranteed to go get a guy that is going to require a lot of prospect capital, I think that's always a major swing in a big way. But I also think, too, the Dodgers realize that they have a surplus at the farm level. They're top 100 prospects. There's a lot of redundancy when it comes to the outfield spot. And I also know that they've had conversations with the Tigers going on since last offseason. So I personally think that until I hear Jeff Passan come out and say this, I still think that the Dodgers are going to be interested in trading for Tarik Skubal because
So you are, just to be, by the way, the Tigers 38-49 have won 3 in a row. So you are respectfully being dismissive of Katie Woo's report in The Athletic.
I wouldn't use the word dismissive. I would probably use the word that, I mean,
if it were me, if it were by Bill Reiter in The Athletic, and I heard you say that, and I were driving around L.A., I would think you were being dismissive. And by the way, that's okay. I've gotten reports wrong, and I've been manipulated before. So what I was going to say is that, I mean, I think that when you see those kind of reports, that's usually based on information that I think maybe the team wants to have out there. Like if I'm the Dodgers and this is out there and we don't get Tarik Skubal, you kind of point to this. But then usually when the Dodgers make a move, look at Shohei Ohtani. There was a 24-hour span where it looked like he was going to the Blue Jays. Look at Mookie Betts. You look at all the power moves they've made. Yeah, but the person who said Ohtani was going to the Blue Jays got that wrong. You know better than me, but Katie Woo's on the road, right?
Yeah.
I mean, as a person that's been an embedded journalist, I don't know. Like, either she's wrong or she's right. Like, either the Dodgers are down on, because it's not just Heyman. It reflects, right? His report mirrors somewhat or is in connection with and tangent with Katie Woo's report. You don't think the Dodgers are? You don't think the Dodgers are? Let me like do this properly. You don't think their primary focus instead of Skubal is to help the minor league roster?
I think they want to swing it as big as they can, knowing that there's a looming CBA conflict that could lead to missed games. You want to take advantage of the primes of their core. You've got a chance to win a third straight World Series title, which is an extremely rare opportunity. And look, why would I think anything different if Jeff Passan just last week, this wasn't 2 weeks ago, Jeff Passan was on the show last week, if I'm not insane, with the calendar, right? That's when he was on this show. Until I hear otherwise, until he says something differently, I'm still going to believe the Dodgers are going to try to upgrade this roster because, like I said, the reason why you go and you try to get a Tarik Skubal if you're the Dodgers is the same reason a billionaire buys another mansion or yacht. They can do it.
I understand what you want and what you think the right thing is to do. Are you sure? I just want to make sure you're not conflating what you want with what Katie Woo says is actually happening. Because organizations, even as smart as the Dodgers, make mistakes.
I mean, this report has been out there for days now. It's not like this is like something that came out today, right?
Right, so based on 2 days ago, I can go back in a time machine. But are you sure that, like, it's still the report? Haven't seen anything to say that the Dodgers have
until I hear Jeff Passan say something differently, then I wouldn't change my opinion.
That's crazy.
How?
I just that's very dismissive of Katie Woo's reporting.
I mean, I don't think it is. I think it's to me it's if you read let me hand this to me. Okay. So the Dodgers.
I'm not mad at you, by the way. I like you going after other media members.
I'm not. I wouldn't. I mean, here's the thing. I feel like this is. I feel like this isn't saying. Where this does not say the Dodgers are not going to go and try to pursue Tarik Skubal. It says their prime. It says that as the Los Angeles Dodgers prepare for the trade deadline, they're expected to be linked to Detroit Tigers ace Tarik Skubal. However, the primary focus for back-to-back champions isn't on the major league roster. I mean, until I see someone emphatically say they're not going to go after Tarik Skubal, I'll refuse to think that behind the scenes. Every single time, even last year, the Dodgers were looking to swing big.
We'll have to figure out whether it's too soon to have Jeff Passan back on to, as you said, who is the definitive voice, set the record straight and tell us what is going on.
They're still going to go after Skubal.
Okay. I believe you. By the way, I have to ask these questions. I believe you over Katie Woo.
I mean, Katie Woo is as locked in as anyone.
Then I don't believe you over Katie Woo. Because she's saying the opposite of you.
That's fine. I'm just saying.
I don't know who to believe now.
I'm just saying when you've seen the biggest swings of this organization, when those stories break, almost rarely is there a lead-up reporting on those players.
Then I do believe you over Katie Woo.
You can believe what you want.
I want to know what to believe. That's the point. I'm trying to figure it out. It has to be one or the other. You have a different opinion than Katie Woo. Either you're right or she's right.
Okay, I think the Dodgers are still going to pursue Tarik Skubal at the trade deadline.
Yeah, Team DMAC. Let's keep it moving. Next here on DMAC and Reiter. and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. Baseball coverage, by the way, on the new, again, 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports, is presented by Xfinity. Score the most reliable Wi-Fi, one price, 5 years, guaranteed. Xfinity, imagine that. How often do you think I can ask Passon to be on? Because I would totally ask him to be on next week, but it feels like a little early just in terms of his schedule. And just, hey, Jeff, it's Bill from DMAC and Reiter. DMAC thinks Katie Woo is full of it.
I don't think
what
that.
Do you think of this?
I don't know why you're saying that. That's crazy. I didn't say that.
DMAC thinks Katie Woo is not accurate on this particular report. You said the opposite a couple weeks ago. Where's your head at on Scooble?
I mean, look, the way I look at it is
better?
The Dodgers are always, I think, when they're trying to improve their farm system. I think that we've seen that in the last couple of years. And then, look, there's a world where they don't trade for Tarek Skubal, but I'd be shocked if they didn't try to do everything they possibly could to improve their roster. And I think that when you look at how much of a premium they place on starting pitching, you absolutely want to make sure that you do that. You want to make sure that you try to put your rotation in the best position possible.
Good rotation is important.
And here's the thing. It's July 3rd right now, right? A lot can change up until August 3rd.
But I'm not. But we're not talking about what you think or I think or Katie Woo thinks is going on August 1st. We're talking about what we think is going on this week. And it sounds like, according to Katie Woo and John Heyman, who I guess you probably don't value his information as much as Katie's, and by the way, neither do I. It sounds like you think Katie's report may not be quite as definitive in a change and a shift in priorities as the people who read it and responded to it.
I mean, the way that I see it is it more likely that they don't trade for Skubal? Probably, just because big trades don't always happen, and the Dodgers don't love to overpay at the deadline because they don't want to pay those hotel minibar prices. Of course, that's definitely been Andrew Friedman's MO. Brandon Gomes has said it. Andrew Friedman has said it. They like to add their big pieces in the offseason so you don't have to overpay at the trade deadline. But also, I think that the way this plays out is if this is what transpires, that doesn't necessarily mean that there weren't major attempts by the organization to get Skubal. And if it happens, great. Wow, big block for trade. If it doesn't happen, then fine. You replenish the farm system. I mean, how many times do we see when a major trade goes down in every sport, whether it be Luka Doncic going to Lakers, whether it be Max Scherzer?
DMAC around 97.1 The Fan. I hear you, dude. I've heard this. I get it. Let me offer maybe an outside perspective as a non-baseball daily beat writer like you and Katie, but as someone who's covered these things and has been an insider. People get manipulated all the time, and people get real information that's real in the moment because there's an agenda. My read of this, and it's a little different than yours, my read of this is she's not getting this probably from Scott Boras. Katie Woo's almost certainly getting this from Dodger sources, and she says multiple sources, so it has to be within the Dodgers organization. This might just be, to me, the Dodgers sending a signal to Detroit through a report that is like, we're not as interested as you think we are, and so we're gonna bring our price down. And so I think it's the Dodgers trying to lower the price on Skubal. And this reflects what we know about Andrew Friedman. He doesn't like to overpay. So it may be very accurate. I'm sure it is. I'm not disparaging Katie Woo's reporting, but it does serve a purpose if you're sitting in Detroit reading this of, oh, shoot, the Dodgers aren't as desperate as we thought they were when we were listening to DMAC and Reiter and hearing Passon say 85%. I think that's the game within the game for me.
Hey, I think that's a good read on it. I mean, she's as good as it gets when it comes to covering this team, but I think that when it comes to moves like this, there's so many moving parts, and there's always surprises and shocks and things that happen down the stretch.
We haven't talked a lot of Dodgers the last 2 days. We've been doing Lakers, but we're going to fix that. We're going to let you catch up on what's up with the Dodgers. They get ready for the Padres in the sounds and voices and comments of the Dodgers themselves next on DMAC and Reiter.
They have the sources.
Welcome back into the show where friends fight. DMAC and Reiter, presented by TTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. Injury help to 40222. Am I riling you up at all?
Got my phone blowing up. Thanks to you.
Soccer boy.
More like baseball rumor boy.
We got... It's baseball rumor lady, because it's Katie Woo who has the reporting, not me. Do you want to call us 855-97 LA Fan? Let's take a few phone calls. You got people riled up, or we did, talking about Scooble and Katie Woo's report about she is reporting the Dodgers are going to de-emphasize the chase for Scooble. DMAC is saying, no, hell no, they're still going to go for him. And you pointed out past and said 85% likelihood they land him. And so what does it all mean? Mitch in New Jersey, what's going on? You are on DMAC and Reiter. What's up, Mitch?
DMAC, how you guys doing? Good show.
Thanks, buddy.
I'd love to. Anytime. I'd love to see him get Scooble. Any of these other 28 teams do the same. So, and there are a lot of talent, not just in the Dodgers organization, but I'd love to see him go. We have so many injuries. I don't know. You can really trust Snell and Glasnow to come back. I love to see Ohtani just focus on his hitting. And one more thing, we have such talented. I hate to see these young players be stuck in the minors. Free them up. Do them a favor.
Yeah, Mitch, I hear you, dude. Freedom. I was hoping Katie was going to call in. 855-97 LA Fan. I'd be interested.
Should have her on the show.
Okay.
I love it.
I mean, do you want to have her on the show tomorrow? Oh, we're not here tomorrow.
Could do a home show.
You were pushing the boss with that. Mario and La Habra, who just won some tickets. Now you get the chance to make us all smarter. Thank you for listening. Appreciate you. You are on DMAC and Reiter, buddy.
Hey, what's up, DMAC? What's up, Reiter? How you guys doing?
What's up, pal?
Chilling.
Cool. Hey, thanks for the tickets, man. Really appreciate it.
Congrats, bro. Caller 5, you did it.
That's right. So, Scooble. So, I agree with you, Reiter. They're using Katie to somehow manipulate the market and just make people think, And like DMAC says, we're out here playing checkers. Friedman is playing 4D chess. So don't sweat it, guys. We're still going to work on Scooble. We don't need him, but we should get him. Couple reasons. We always have a surprise injury every season. They're not even surprises anymore. Second reason, it's like adding a bullpen piece, because if you think about it, having that extra starter is going to allow maybe, Glasnow, Blake Snell, or Robleski to help out in the bullpen, because our bullpen has not been immaculate this season. So I'm pretty sure they're working on that. So don't sweat it, guys. We should be able to get Scooble.
Mario, great call, buddy. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for hollering at us at 855-97 LA Fan on the new 97.1, The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. And you've got a theory, right? Like you had a light bulb go off during the break.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so to Mario's point, we've talked about this too on this show multiple times. Just the fact that, yes, every single year it feels like, yes, the Dodgers are healthy, and then all of a sudden, a blink of an eye, you lose key stars. You saw in 2024, they had to win the World Series where you basically had 2.5 starters with Jack Flaherty, Walker Buehler. You also had Yoshinobu Yamamoto. You had to rely heavily on a bullpen. Then last season, you did have a healthy rotation, and that is the biggest reason why the Dodgers won back-to-back World Series titles. All 4 Dodgers starting pitchers end up pitching in that final Game 7. But I think for me, the difference between what Katie Woo's reporting is about the farm system needs, right? And if you're Jeff Passan, you work for ESPN, you cover the entire sport. Your job is you want to drum up interest to the sport, drum up interest to the trade deadline. You're focused on the big names. You're in contact with the agents. You're in contact with different front offices around the league. Katie Woo being tied into the Dodgers organization a little more intimately, as far as being on the road with the team, being a beat writer every single day, she's someone that is going to be more naturally tied into what the Dodgers farm system needs are. I have never, in all my time being a fan of baseball, covering baseball, have rarely seen a major insider, whether it be a Jeff Passan, a Ken Rosenthal, a John Morosi, those types, talk about a team's farm system, right, and what their farm system's needs are. Katie Woo's job is a little more granular, little more nuance from that standpoint. Whereas Jeff Passan, it's about the big, massive names. Tarek Skubal is the big, massive name. And the truth is that nothing has changed with the Dodgers organization since Jeff Passan was on this show. They didn't suffer an injury. They didn't suffer a season-long slump or a massive drop-off from a pitcher. So what would make anything change from what he said when he said it versus when she said when she said it?
Freeman changes his mind. The information was wrong. I mean,
they don't just close the book on months and months and months of scouting and development.
Why I pushed you, DMAC, on what's the discrepancy between your view and her reporting.
So, like I said, I'll say it one more time. I think that what Katie Woo reported.
I don't think that's the.
You didn't even know what I was going to say.
She covers the Dodgers. You said I'm going to say it again. You just said it a minute ago, and you said it 5 minutes ago. I know she covers the Dodgers. I understand, but she doesn't cover the minors. She covers the majors, and she's talking.
Yeah,
to major
but when
league
you cover
sources.
when you cover Major League Baseball at that level, especially for a Dodgers team that has a lot of minor league players, they either top 100 prospects or ones that could be making debuts this year, ones that they could be including in trades, you're going to be locked into that information, that side of the organization.
It's a lot of words you're saying. I hear all of them. Do you think she's right or wrong?
I think that Jeff Passan is still right that the Dodgers are going to be pursuing Tarek Skubal. And if her report's saying that they're not going to do that, then I would say that I would lean towards the one that Jeff Passan says where the Dodgers will still be a major player, that they're still favored to go and get him. Maybe, am I someone that is on the radio, that has a show about the Dodgers, that covers his team professionally, that I want them to be included in trade talks for Tarek Skubal? Yes, maybe there's a little bit of that, but that's, to me, it is following what I think this organization has done ever since Andrew Friedman has taken over, and that is take massive swings. And this year, I think, is a little bit different. And what no one's really pointing out or mentioning is that this is the year where you have a chance to build an all-time dynasty, and you have a chance to also replenish a part of the bullpen. The bullpen is getting Evan Phillips back and Edwin Diaz back, but I think they want to put together a roster as the 14 best pitchers. And if that means taking a current start and putting him into the bullpen, and by getting Tarek Skubal, you accomplish that, I think that's a part of the thought process, too.
In fairness, you've been saying it, and I believe you. 855-97 LA fan. I just think it's interesting that Katie Woo is reporting a beat writer who's well-respected, something that is in direct conflict with what you and the best insider on earth, Jeff Passan, has been saying. This isn't a shot at you, and it's not a shot at Passan. I just think the discrepancy, the different reporting. I know we don't take John Heyman as seriously, but Katie is not reporting this in a vacuum. Heyman's out there too, mouthpiece of Boris or otherwise. So it's just interesting. 855-97 LA fan. Andy in San Bernardino, thank you for listening. We're trying to make sense of this. We love that you're interested. Thank you for listening to the show. You're on DMAC and Reiter.
What's up, DMAC and Reiter? It's your boy Andy Chen. I'm down to get Skubal, and I'm down. I say let's win now. We have a small window, especially when we got the unicorn Ohtani. So, hey, we got to sell the farm and get whatever we can. Let's strike while the iron's hot.
Hell of a call, dude. Andy, appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for calling at 855-97 LA fan. There's a question from one of your big fans, DMAC, and it's really in the chat on YouTube at the Fan LA, and it's really good. And if I can set the context up, it's something I've been thinking about, which is, as you've been talking and your passion for Skubal and your connections to the Dodgers, and I've said this, not a shot at Katie Woo. I think, from what I know from you, she's really good at her job. I think you're the best Dodgers expert person, prognosticator, whatever it is, in Southern California, which means anywhere, because this is where the Dodgers are obviously based. So I'm trying to figure out how to sort of triangulate what you and Passan are saying and thinking and expecting.
Another thing, too.
With what Katie Woo is saying.
Okay.
And maybe it is there a farm system deep enough to do all of these things? To prioritize trading a top outfield prospect, get a bunch of other prospects, and then go to what else you have and trade for Skubal. And that is what MTV Gen X has written. DMAC, genuine question for you guys. What and who would be too much of an ask by the Tigers in order to get Skubal? Which I've actually wanted. It's a great question. For you who want Skubal and thinks paying a big price makes sense, what's too much? Who are the players? What's the sort of return that is too much?
I think if you're the Dodgers and you're asking for 4 top 100 prospects, at that point, the Dodgers probably walk away from the negotiating table. But I think if you can get any of the 2 top 100 prospects outside of Josue DePaula, it makes a ton of sense for both parties. I think the Dodgers have a great reputation for developing talent. We've seen that throughout Major League Baseball with guys like Michael Busch and Miguel Vargas. The list goes on and on as far as big league talent that's been able to have success. But the truth is, I go back to what Andrew Friedman said a couple years ago, where if you try to be rational when it comes to getting impact talent, whether it be through free agency, whether it be on the trade market, you're going to finish third every single time. And we've seen that if you want to get game-changing players that can actually move the needle on your World Series odds, where it actually have an impact, that is something that you do not worry about the prospect capital. You are going to find a way to get more top prospects. If it means trading away a Josue de Paula, River Ryan, you do it. To me, everyone is available. It truly is. Because if the Dodgers,
I think that's really the top four being too much is really that's the kind of insight I love, and you're not going to get this anywhere else. Other than 97 on the fan. It's interesting, dude.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, if it would require Josue de Paula, right? If it would require a Zaire Hope or one of their top pitching prospects like River Ryan, then so be it. Like, what are we even talking about here? I think it's kind of insane that there's all these people and fans and whatever it may be saying the Dodgers don't need. Look, you create dynasties by becoming greedy. That's what you do. The 96 Bulls didn't need Dennis Rodman either, right? I mean, the truth is you can always elevate. You can always improve your roster. And the truth of the matter is with this Dodgers team as they are right now is the innings have piled up to even guys like Yamamoto and Shohei Ohtani. Another thing, too, about just the reports and kind of what you're timelining here is, would it be smart business if you're Andrew Friedman and the Dodgers to have it out there that they're not interested in Tarek Skubal a month before the deadline?
I think it's
think about it. You want to drive up the price so other organizations, at the very least, the Dodgers should be.
I think it's the Dodgers. I'm with you. I'm sorry. I think it's the Dodgers driving the price down.
That's the thing. I think it's the Dodgers right now are trying to make sure that things look reasonable. And then at the 11th hour, when everyone's at the table, then you say, okay, let's empty the clip on our prospects. Give us Tarek Skubal. Because I always say about Andrew Friedman, he only speaks when it's ready to say checkmate. And they stay radio silent. They keep things close to the vest on big deals such as this one. And if you are Andrew Friedman, when you get closer to August 3rd, the worst thing you could do as an organization would be to say, oh, we're good. Okay, you guys fight it out. Even though we have the best prospects, even though we have been the team that's been favored to get him, you want to get close to that deadline. So if you don't get Tarek Skubal, you make sure that the team that does had to vastly overpay for them. That's how you play this game.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. And as I think, if I listen to you break this down, DMAC and Reiter here on the new 97.1, The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. DMAC, as I listen to you break it down, and I think about what I know, and we all know about Andrew Friedman, that he doesn't like to overpay at the deadline, that is a reputation, that is a conversation point. If you're in Detroit and you covet more what the Dodgers have than any other baseball organization, you were already worried about pushing Friedman too much and him saying no. This report might give you even more pause to ask for too much. I think it's games within games, which I think for both of us, not a shot at Katie Woo. I'm just trying to make sense of how do I understand the Katie Woo report as a legitimate reporter when it flies somewhat on the face of it. It's contradictory to what Doug McCain and Jeff Passan are saying. The two people, if I had to rank who I'm listening to about Dodger stuff, and you guys are on the list, I'm ranking you and Jeff Passan ahead of Katie, even if Katie's 3, which she probably is. So that's, I think it's probably the Dodgers trying to move the price down. This is the injury report brought to you by Ozeron Law, the injured worker hotline. We mentioned this earlier. Good injury news. Mookie Betts had that game off with the wrist concern yesterday. He is back in the lineup today. He is hitting in that 4 spot. Speaking of Mookie Betts and a controversy that has also gotten our blood boiling at times with each other, not with Katie Woo, though, just me and you, not a Katie Woo topic. Mookie and Max Muncy were on Mookie's podcast. You want to hear this? And they were talking about the sort of Ohtani Dalton rushing fiasco. Are you interested in this?
Yeah.
This is Katie Woo free zone.
Got to hear. You know what, bro?
What did I do?
I love to hear this.
What did I do?
Nothing.
All right. Here is, what are your friends saying about me right now? This guy's crazy.
He said that Bill's riling you up.
I'm not. I really am just trying to understand. If I were listening, I'm just trying to understand, how do I make sense of Katie and saying one thing it's nuanced, right? But like saying something that is not entirely lining up on the Venn diagram, even close to lining up with what Doug and Jeff are saying.
I think it's totally fair.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
dude.
absolutely. To me, that's what this is all about. I mean, we could talk about this for hours and hours and go so many different ways with this.
I love the machinations. Anyway, Katie was great. Still Katie Wu Free Zone. Here is Max Muncy and Mookie Betts talking about Shohei Ohtani and Dalton Rushing.
I want to speak a little bit about the situation in Minnesota. We're rushing Shohei. You know, everybody kind of saw it. When they go down and we got to go down and look at me and you down there. We're just being nosy.
Wait, what y'all doing down there?
I was really just kind of seeing how this is going to play out. What was possibly going to be said.
I think it's a good growing moment for both guys. Sho's not always going to be able to throw to Will. And this is one of those moments where it was like, hey, sometimes Sho wants to throw a pitch that maybe isn't the best pitch to throw. You learn how to deal with that the more you've been in those types of situations.
What I really enjoyed was like how Rush later on took accountability. He knows that he has a lot on his plate.
You're the catcher for a staff that's first in baseball in a lot of categories. So, that's a lot on your plate, and he's done an amazing job handling it.
He'll just keep learning.
Not one of us knew how to handle that situation at that stage.
No.
How many times were you peeking around the corner and I was breaking a bat down in the tunnel or something,
Which I love, by the way. I love.
That is some really interesting stuff. I'm really jealous that you have spent so many years becoming one of the most respected media voices in that clubhouse, because you sort of have to work where you work, right? When great guys come into a clubhouse, it makes it more joyous to like be someone who kind of matters and has access. Those guys, Mookie and Max, are like really great dudes.
They absolutely
what
are.
Insight.
They are. I mean, honestly, a couple years ago, before the 2024 title, it was Mookie and it was Muncy that went to the front office that said, hey, we're going to do things differently this year. And basically what they organized was, hey, for this next month, we're staying in the clubhouse. We're going to hang out with each other as much as possible. We're going to play video games. We're going to go to dinners. When we go to San Diego, we're going to take the team bus. We're all going to be on the same wavelength this entire run. It was Mookie and Muncy that did that. They're the two leaders of that clubhouse in a lot of respects. So, yeah, great dudes. And it gives you a really good understanding about how they feel about Dalton Rushing, too, that this team does have Dalton Rushing's back. That's something that I did say a couple weeks ago when you want to throw him in federal prison and you thought he was the worst person in the world.
In fairness, I was reading Katie Wu a lot back then. Just kidding, Katie Wu, you're great. I thought we were making jokes. You joked the federal prison thing's not true, and the Katie Wu's great. What are we doing, Mike?
You're a crazy person.
What are you talking about?
You're crazy.
What do you mean, man? By the way, Croatia is up 1-0.
I saw that.
I love everything. Don't start Ronaldo. He sucks now. He's washed. Let it go. Moving on to other stuff. People in the chat, by the way, you said are enjoying the conversation?
Yeah.
You don't look like you're enjoying the conversation.
I love it.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
I kind of feel bad now.
This is a dream come true.
It was the Katie Wu joke. I thought the Katie Wu joke was funny just a minute ago.
I think you got a great sense of humor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Vibrant personality. Vivacious.
Oh my
gregarious.
God. It does. You did make this point last week when I didn't say I wanted Dalton Rushing in federal prison. Man, I just had an insight about you. And me. It's a great one. It's a great insight. You did say that these guys like and respect Rushing, and you can hear it. You can hear it in that conversation.
Yeah, I think, too, it kind of lets you know that there are a lot of young players on this team that still are trying to cement their spot at the big league level, and I think they enjoy that part of just the process, right? I think a lot of these guys like the Robleskis and the Pajeses, and Roki Sasaki's been embraced, and Dalton Rushing has been embraced. And look, you're not going to win World Series titles unless you can get some key contributions from some young and up-and-coming players. And I think the Dalton Rushing situation has kind of tested this clubhouse, and I think it's brought them together. I really, truly do. I think that what we see when Doug McCain says something about Kyle Tucker and then someone posts a picture of it on Instagram story, then I get called out. It feels like it brings these guys together when they feel like, hey, someone's calling out one of our own, and it brings us together.
Do you know why? I see what you did there. Do you know why I really liked that particular? I've liked every moment, truly, of doing DMAC and Reiter. I love doing this show. Hope you can hold on to that same feeling. I do. Do you know why?
Read this text.
Do you know why I absolutely microphone's on. Do you know why I absolutely preferred, or like really enjoyed the Kyle Tucker doesn't go to a seat saga? On top of the fact you were right, is because you couldn't blame me for it. I had nothing to do with it.
What a blame for anything?
There was no, your friends, Bill did that to you. I was just sitting there listening.
I know, it's great.
I think it's great too.
Look, I love it all, man. It says, I think Bill is doing a phenomenal job at rallying you up. Great stuff. You guys are awesome. That's what the streets are saying.
That's very, very nice. Here's the thing, like not trying to circle back to riling you up again. I'm not just, but you've known me long enough. I'm pretty blunt. I think you're amazing on Dodgers. I don't think you're right on everything, certainly, and I think even on Dodgers, everybody's fallible. But I take your Dodgers information, and even before I knew you, you are obviously that you're very accomplished in that space, and the information you have is outstanding, and you're a very, very smart guy, and you put all that together. When you talk Dodgers, I'm here for it. Katie Woo is a beat writer. It's a different role. I've had the same sort of difference that you have with than Katie. I've covered NBA teams and a couple NFL teams where I get to have an opinion and I have maybe multiple platforms. And then there's beat writers who are there more often, but have to be they're more source reliant. And so when there's a difference in what I'm hearing and saying and what it's interesting. And I take your opinion so seriously. And frankly, I take her reporting so seriously that the discrepancy I find to be really interesting. And I want to sort of ferret out what it is. And for me, I'm not putting words in your mouth. What I've come to in this very enjoyable, irascible conversation that is riling you up and riling me up and riling the streets up is I think this is the Dodgers taking the truth and using it to make sure Katie Woo reports accurately what's going on so that Detroit gets one of the messages meant to be heard, which is we aren't going to overpay. And you better bring your negotiations with an understanding that we can be in for Scooble. But if you're listening to DMAC and Reiter and you're hearing Jeff Passan say it's a lock he's going to the Dodgers if he doesn't leave Detroit, think again. Don't come with a price that expects that to be the case. That's my read on it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. I think that's a good way to put it. I think when you look at just reporting in general, when you look at guys like Jeff Passan, Katie Woo, whether it be a Ken Rosenthal, this stuff gets back to teams. This stuff gets back to executives. They understand that there's a chess game being played, and I certainly do think that is a part of it, is controlling the narrative of how much a player could possibly get, because the Dodgers are going to potentially do something they have not done in this World Series run. And what that is trade for a massive, massive impact player during the season. In 2024, you got Jack Flaherty, Michael Kopech, and Tommy Edman. Guys that helped, but they weren't of the Tarek Skubal variety. Last season, you didn't make that big, massive swing, right? This is different. So I think that is a part of the calculus in this as well, is how do you keep the price down? How do you make it look like you're not this over-aggressive team? And then the Tigers, when they communicate with the Dodgers, oh, wow, you guys are just going to try to replenish the farm system? Okay, then what? So that's going to change. I think that's part of it too.
Cristiano Ronaldo scored, call back for offsides. It looks like, though, penalty in the box awarded because of VAR. Hopefully CR7 misses. Croatia's up 1-0. We'll update you on that match, and we'll talk some Dodgers next here on DMAC and Reiter. All right, welcome back into the show. Bad news for you. Cristiano Ronaldo scored a penalty kick. Or maybe it's good news. 1-1. Croatia, Portugal. So CR7 scored his first ever knockout stage goal on a penalty kick that was questionable. Great work, dude. Way to go. You're an all-timer.
Did you see what he did after he scored? He went, see.
You have a bet, buddy, and there's still 1-1 in the 70th minute.
I'm feeling better now.
Yeah, that's fair. That's true. DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. There are some really, really good Dodgers beat writers out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fabian's really good.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, Bobby, yeah. Is he listening?
Yeah.
Did I get you in trouble?
Yeah, they're always there.
Did I get you? Oh, they're always listening?
They're always listening. The whole city listens, baby. The whole world.
Okay. Do you want some updates here?
Yeah.
I'm in a little trouble with just words today because I have peanut butter because Sammy brought an amazing.
I can't stop looking at your Barcelona
pretzels
jersey.
And peanut butter. It's a cool kid, isn't it?
I cannot stop. First of all, that's the authentic one the players wear. Yeah, that beautiful Barcelona crest. And then, to me, it's the Champions League patch on the side.
Do you know why I spend the extra $20 to get the one the players wear? Because I'm one of those people that spill constantly on myself. Doesn't matter what I'm eating. It just and it comes right out.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah,
interesting.
It's designed to grass and blood and all that stuff.
Wow.
Throw it in the wash.
That'd be crazy if you had
I don't know why I said blood. I mean,
you never wear Real Madrid. That's not a Real Madrid for sure. You never. They have the one. There'd be a 1 on that too, right? There'd be a 1 and a 5.
I don't know what you're talking about.
15.
I know you're mad. I know you're hurt. I know you're lashing out.
Hurt people. Hurt people.
Hurt people. It's DMAC and Reiter. All right. Shohei Ohtani will hit and pitch tomorrow. Dave Roberts has talked to the media. I'm sure lots of people were there. Katie Wu is probably one of the reporters. I don't know, whoever was around. All right, I'll stop making jokes. Shohei Ohtani will both hit and pitch tomorrow, DMAC.
Never stop making jokes.
Dalton Rushing will catch him, so that's cool. Edwin Diaz threw a 28-pitch bullpen. Will throw to live hitters on Sunday. And Mookie said that his wrist, quote, feels back to normal, end quote. Diaz 28-pitch bullpen session's exciting. Ohtani and Rushing, look, it's all going to be fine. It's all going to be fine for Shohei. We'll see how Rushing is going forward. I'm glad they're letting him catch Ohtani.
I do too. I mean, I think that's a great sign that the clubhouse trusts him, the dugout, Shohei Ohtani, Dave Roberts. I feel like this is a very massive point in Dalton Rushing's career. This should be the ultimate growing moment for him, the ultimate learning experience for him. And I'm very curious to see how Shohei Ohtani and Dalton Rushing play. Like I told you what I want them to do, right? I want the very first pitch of the game. Shohei Ohtani throws it 20 feet off the plate and then still challenges it. And they all laugh together. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Use an actual challenge.
Use an actual challenge. Just have some fun with it. Obviously, they would never do that because you wouldn't want to disrespect the opponent and you want to hold that challenge. But still, I think a moment early on in the game just to let everyone know that they have moved past what happened in Minnesota where last week Dalton Rushing showed up the big show.
I love the idea.
Shook his head a couple times. This is becoming a tradition here.
Croatia just hit the ball off the post. Oh, it was such a great shot.
Man.
Oh, they almost scored again. It was an amazing save, and I'm sorry I'm yelling into your radio while Doug is talking about Dodgers.
But yeah, I think for Shohei Ohtani, you want to have a good start. You got the extra rest. You want to make sure that your inflammation on your knee isn't impacting your mechanics in any way, shape, or form. For me, I will not shy away from what I've been saying this entire year. If he's not going to pitch in the All-Star game, which the way things are lined up, he probably won't. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to just rest Shohei, miss his last 2 starts, just hit, All-Star game comes and goes, and then he's fresh and ready to go for the stretch run after the All-Star break. For me, if this was my team, my roster, and I wasn't afraid of Shohei Ohtani, I'll go right up to him and say, hey, look, we know you want the Cy Young. It's unlikely you're going to get it. I think the time is now just to take that rest. There's a little bit of Icarus right now, flying a little close to that sun.
We are absolutely aligned, and I could not care less about the wax wings that is the All-Star game. It's about ego. It doesn't matter. It's not significant to the most of the teams that are going to send players to the Major League Baseball All-Star game are not playing for any real consequences in October. It's different, as you note all the time for the Dodgers. Their chance at history, their chance at another championship. I'm 1,000% with you. I don't even want Ohtani in the All-Star game. I'm not an All-Star game guy. I'm a whatever. I'm a Debbie Downer. I'm a bummer. I'm an Eeyore.
Wow. Jeez. Yeah, I'm not the biggest All-Star Game guy myself, but still I think that this game has grown tremendously in the last couple of seasons because of Shohei Ohtani, because of guys like Aaron Judge. Baseball is hot in the streets. It's in a good place, and it's going to be in Philadelphia. So I still think you want your best stars.
I'm not mad if he's there. I just don't care if he doesn't pitch.
Yeah, me neither. And the way things are lined up, it's probably going to be a Phillies start. I mean, we'll see if Christopher Sanchez gets the ball. Who knows? I mean, the Miz should really get an opportunity. That's what would be best for the game. Last year, Paul Skeens, he was on the bump. Clayton Kershaw pitched for the National League. But yeah, look, it's an exhibition game. It's for entertainment. It's definitely for the pageantry. It's the Midsummer Classic for a reason. But look, the Dodgers don't play for the All-Star game. They play for the World Series. But the bigger question here for the Dodgers, I think, is if you steamroll the Padres and you sweep or you take 2 out of 4 games, or you take 3 out of 4 games, there's a world where the Dodgers essentially single-handedly end the Padres season before the All-Star break. You have a 12-game lead right now.
Yes.
You could have a 16-game lead.
It's crazy, dude.
After this weekend.
They just gave up 23 runs to the Chicago Cubs. They are also nominated, the Cubs, not the Padres, as one of the 4 DMAC and Reiter Heroes of the Day, and you can still vote for that over on YouTube. We have a poll there on the stream at the Fan LA. I mean, you tell me, when a team like the Padres gets humiliated, I mean, 23 runs is crazy. What impact does that have the next day, beyond just bullpen sort of usage?
I think that baseball players, especially professionals at this level, they played a lot of games like that, and they can turn the page, they can flush it. But the bottom line is not a good Padres team. You have one of the worst contracts in professional sports with Manny Machado. You have a really good bullpen, and that is their strength. That is definitely their game plan. Can you get to the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th inning? Can you get to the 9th inning with a lead? The later the game goes, if the Padres have a lead, it definitely bodes well for that bullpen. But their offense has not performed. Their starting pitching lacks. And I remember when that first series, we're actually doing this show, and after that series, I was like, hey, SD equals season done. I thought that Padres team was cooked after that. And you said, no, you think the Padres, you were fighting for the Padres a little bit.
No, I'm just laughing. Maybe not. I'm not sure if that's true. But you just quoted yourself again. Like, it's amazing how often you're like, blah, 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 great point. You're amazing. Your job, great point. I remember when I said SD season done. That's pretty clever, DMAC. I said it on June 1st. Today's July 1st. That was funny. How's it going?
That's not the point.
Bill also said he wants this guy in federal prison. Is it true? I don't know. I do know on May 13th I told a joke, and it was on the air, and it was this joke, and it was funny.
That's not the point.
Wild business, bro.
That's not the
sorry.
You're wild, Bill. Hey. Okay.
Hi. Soccer boy. I am soccer boy again.
You definitely are. You are locked in, baby. Hey, any update, just make noise.
I remember when we first started working together, I made a really good point.
It was a fantastic point.
Thank you.
Eye-opening. Absolutely nirvana.
Wait, are you trying to... I don't think I rolled for the Padres.
Well, you didn't roll for the Padres, but when I did say that I thought the Dodgers kind of putting their foot on their neck then, just based on what we've seen from the Padres throughout this run, it just feels like that's on a roster that could compete. I felt like it was over. And, yeah, I mean, look, there were some people that felt like they still had a chance in the division. It's still a long ways away. We're not through the entire season, but my big fear, I will say this.
Croatia!
Go! Croatia? No.
CR not in heaven. Sorry, buddy.
No. Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, 2-1 Croatia. Wait, offsides.
Yeah.
Bad call. I didn't see it.
See.
Let's see it. Let's wait. Let's look. Let's see. Is he offsides? Is he offsides here? He is way offsides. Wait, actually, he may not be offsides. Yeah, I think he's probably offsides.
Is he offsides?
Analysis by Bill Reiter back and forth. Yeah.
I will say this. Kind of one of the big questions that the Dodgers are going to have to answer for the second half of the season. You're going to have to talk about Will Smith.
It is offsides.
That inflamed disc in his neck.
Yep.
We're not going to see him for a while. I think the Dodgers should absolutely go out there and get a veteran catcher potentially. But one thing that has been kind of floating around in my mind for the last couple of days is this. The Dodgers have a 12-game lead in the National League West. They are pulling away in the division like their Secretariat in the Belmont Stakes, right? There's no one in their rear view mirror. There's no one that can touch them. And 2 years prior to what? What's the what?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay. What?
Nothing.
Just say it.
But if you're pulling away, wouldn't they be in your rearview mirror?
There's no one that's if you're far enough.
Oh, okay.
If you're
on a horse track,
they're so far away. He was 20.
It's a horse race because it's. Sorry, that's why I don't want to say anything.
They're so far
That's
away.
how my brain works.
They're so far away. I mean, if you're driving on the 405 freeway at night, it's like 2 a.m.
I was thinking of a horse.
Okay, Secretary's one of the greatest athletes of all time, in my opinion. But
that's my bad. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I was just the point.
I interrupted you with my eyes.
I love it. You got great eyes. But my fear for this Dodgers team. Why are you covering your eyes with your hand? My fear for this Dodgers team is
I'm in my weekend already. Yeah.
The last 2 years when they've won the World Series, 2024 and 2025, they've had somewhat of a competitive division race. And the last 2 times the Dodgers got bounced in the first round, they ran away with divisions. We saw them win the division by 16 games, 15-plus games. 2022 and 2023, they played meaningless baseball as far as the division goes and the standings go for months and months and months. And yes, this is a Dodgers team that can benefit from the rest, that definitely wants to make sure you have a high seed, but they're going to have to be in a position where you're playing a lot of baseball where you wonder what is going on every single day. And Max Muncy talked about it years ago, that all that meaningless baseball, because they had clinched the division months in advance, it kind of took its toll when they felt like they got punched in the mouth early in those series in the NLDS. So I think one of the things that Dave Roberts is going to have to deal with down the stretch here is making sure that he has a team that has a purpose every game down the stretch, knowing that they are running away from this division.
DMAC and Reiter here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. We are going to tell you who the DMAC hero, well, DMAC and Reiter, DMAC hero of the day is. You can still vote for a minute at the Fan LA over on the YouTube stream, and we will hang out with James Coe before the James Coe show next on DMAC and Reiter. Doug McCain, Bill Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. Croatia really should have scored on that last opportunity.
I know. So close. But I'm glad they didn't because I want Portugal to win.
I know you do. A header that sort of went awry. The phone number, 855-97-LA-FAN. Remember, you can always listen to us on the free Odyssey app. You can also find the podcast version of the show, and it's broken into segments and clearly labeled if there's just something you want to listen to. You can always find that wherever you get your podcast. You ready for the DMAC and Reiter Hero of the Day?
Let's get it.
All right. Whoa. This is the closest we've ever had. That's
USA fans?
I lied. I saw the numbers wrong. It's not the closest we've ever had. The Cubs are the hero of the day for dropping 23 on the Padres at 45%. The Padres came in second because they mismanaged the opportunity for Dave Roberts, and Balogun also came close at 20%, and then Malik Tillman at 15%. Good job, Cubbies.
Good to see it back, man.
If it wasn't such a busy...
Go, Cubs, go. That song.
Oh, yeah.
Go, Cubs, go.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say?
The Cubs are going to win today.
I was going to go, the Padres got humiliated today. An extra syllable.
Nice.
Are you a Love Actually fan?
Yeah.
I particularly like when I can't do, but we just we squeeze the extra syllable in. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I crushed that accent.
Yeah, you did.
I really got there. I really did it. Will LeBron James have made, will there be an accurate report? Will we know where LeBron James is playing next year by the time we get back on the air at 2 o'clock on Monday? We will not be here, by the way, tomorrow. It's an off day for the station. We'll obviously still have programming, but it won't be D-Fish and Decker. It won't be Brock and Alex. It won't be DMAC and I. Do you think on Monday when we're back at 2, we'll know where LeBron's going?
No way. No way.
I
think LeBron's going to want to at least a week of news cycles, right? At least a week of news cycles where it's all about him. He's the main storyline once again. That's why I think he ends up in New York, in Golden State, because I think that puts him in the head of the storyline mix. But who knows how extensive these meetings are going to be, these pitch meetings. Was it Rich Paul that said at least 12 teams had reached down and talked to him? So, but what say you?
So I'll say this, and there's a news report that came out that I meant to give you credit for. When we did our Your Idea, it was really fun. The LeBron James speed dating earlier in the show, DMAC, you brought up the Knicks, and we did it, but I thought, the Knicks, they're really going to go for LeBron. There's a report from Jake Fisher in the last couple hours that the Knicks are monitoring the LeBron situation. So the more teams that kind of enter the mix, the more it's reasonable for LeBron to take time. And I think LeBron likes to take an unreasonable amount of time regardless of the situation. So I'm with you. I think we probably won't know.
Yeah, and I think, too, the big kick in all of it is the amount of money that he's willing to accept. I mean, if you're a team that is trying to build your roster, there's been a lot of guys that have come off the board, so you can be patient if you're going to sign a LeBron James at an extremely discounted rate. So that's where it's going to make it fun. It's going to come down to who recruits him the hardest and can sell him on the vision of their franchise. What does your gut tell you, though, after the LeBron, after the Bachelor?
There's a report out there, it's hard to know how credible it is, that LeBron's willing to take the minimum. If that is true, we've discussed this, I don't believe anything that comes out of LeBron's camp, and therefore very little to nothing that is said about him as reported information, even though I think the people reporting it are reporting in good faith. I just think LeBron's camp is very, very savvy / manipulative. But if he's willing to take the minimum, he can go anywhere, right? So if that's the case, he doesn't have to rush. He just slot in when he decides. So it's July, what is today, July 2nd?
Yeah.
I'm going to look at a calendar. I'm going to say that we know 2 weeks from now, Thursday, July 16th is my guess.
Very specific.
A minute. I just go more 2 weeks from today. Give or take a couple days.
Yeah, that sounds like there's enough time for him to kind of play the game a little bit, right?
Well, you and I are off the same week because we're vacationing together. July, our families aren't. I thought we'd meet you there.
Yeah.
Week of July 20th. So I hope it's not that week.
Yeah, hope it's not that long. I mean, we'll see.
It could be due to that. I mean, this guy loves to drag stuff out. You think it'll be sooner than that?
It'll be interesting to see how the reporting will be on it, where will you get the Windhorses of the world kind of including the same three teams that a lot of people have talked about, whether it be Golden State, whether it be the Cavs, whether that be maybe a deeper team like the Miami Heat, things like that. So that's the big thing for me is when will teams start to get eliminated and do all roads point back to Cleveland?
We know that from the reports that Steph Curry wants LeBron, is reportedly courting him. Do you think a Giannis or a Wemby or a Jalen Brunson, do they get veto power? Do you think the organization, if LeBron is interested, comes and says, look, I assume you want the guy, but just want to make sure you guys are chill?
I think Wemby might, just because you want to keep him there for his entire career. But I think that Wemby can also be influenced too. And I think that that'd be the one of them where if he's not involved in the recruiting process, if there's any type of pitches that go on, then there's probably not going to be a high probability that he goes to that team. But I don't think Brunson would get veto power. I mean, I don't think.
Yeah, and Brunson's
Giannis
chill.
Gets veto power because Pat Riley's organization.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think Jokic probably does, but it sounds like they have a really good relationship. You know what? The James Coe Show is coming up in just a few minutes. Has you covered live and local here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports, till 10 o'clock tonight. James, we were just trying to guess.
Yeah.
When do you think we'll know LeBron's destination?
I'm fascinated by this whole LeBron thing that he wants to just drag this out. Why does he want to drag this out so much? Why does he want to play La GM so bad? You know, this is what I don't get. Sign somewhere already, for God's sake.
I'm sorry, Portugal scored again?
They did?
I hate the universe.
How much time?
Apologize for not enough.
I think he signs. I don't know. I want to say he signs in a week, but it might be longer than that.
I was guessing 2 weeks.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me.
We were discussing and then quickly dismissing the possibility LeBron will have made a decision by the time we all come back to work on Monday afternoon, evening.
Yeah, no. No. First of all, did you hear about this Yahoo report where LeBron, I guess, wants to, the next team he signs for, they want to make a documentary following him around for 82 games and longer, obviously, if they get into the postseason.
Hell no, dude.
That'd be if he goes to Golden State and tries to pull that with stat, that'd be so corny. Like that really would be.
I think they'd let him do it though.
Oh, I think they would do it mostly because these guys are so media savvy. Anyways, like Steph's been in a million things and Draymond's got a podcast. Like Dre would welcome it, don't you think?
I don't
Absolutely.
Think, but Pat Riley,
co-star in that
Pat
thing.
Riley to allow this, for the Heat to allow this would be such a 180 and abdication of everything they pretend to sort of believe in the Heat way.
Which is why he's not going to the Heat. There's no way. And again, there's rumors about Philadelphia now. You know,
Denver's sort of out there a little bit.
Yeah, New York is in the mix. I think
that makes more sense to me, just from LeBron's perspective. He loves New York.
Yeah, he does. He wants to play in Madison Square and all that. So I don't know. I feel like New York is kind of a dark horse right now.
That would be a very fun story. Not for us as much as Golden State, but I think it'd be cool for the NBA.
I think he could do it, but honestly, he would be, again, the ring chasing argument would then become a lot more, relevant. Now, I don't know if he wants to do that.
Yeah, that's the thing for me, is where is he going to go to where if somehow, some way they win a championship, he would get the credit for that championship, that you add a ring that goes towards the GOAT. I think at that age you get it anyway. But I think you got to be at least a 1A, right? I mean,
like if he goes to Golden State, he's a 1A or 1B, right?
I think he could win a Finals MVP with Golden State.
And Steph Steph is good at being the 1A and pretending he's the 1B. He has practice with that with Kevin Durant.
Yeah, no, sure, absolutely. So I think that's a good fit for him overall. But I don't know, we'll see. I don't know. I've got this weird conspiracy theory too. The fact that Rui Hachimura has not signed. I'm just wondering if the Laker management's got a little something.
Yeah, there's a couple reports
here,
popped up today. James Coe Show coming up next. He is Doug McCain. I am Bill Reiter. This is DMAC and Reiter. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful July 4th. Hang out with James and DMAC and I'll see you back here on 97 on The Fan on Monday. Happy July 4th.
They have the sources. They have the pulse. And they're the only ones keeping it local. DMAC and Reiter, your all-access pass to the action.